willing to get fucked, so I'm getting fucked right now.
You're already sloppy and wet, and I started it in the middle of that sentence, by the way. It's going to be a really good episode.
When you're willing, you're willing.
When you're willing, you're willing. Well, I'm willing, or I'm willing. I'm happy that you came down and that you're willing to come on the show again.
Nice.
Can you hear yourself okay?
I can.
I can hear myself pretty well.
You sound loud.
Okay, let me turn you up. Yeah, why are you turned down all the way? Here we go. Say something.
Something. That sounds better.
Yeah, there
sounds
we
like
go.
a little echo in there, but
Is that a little better?
I don't know. We need to start talking.
Okay. I think it sounds pretty good to
I
me.
think it sounds good.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 32 of Conservatish.
Whoa.
And our guest today is Mike the Southerner.
Oh,
for his
man.
second time. Time.
Whoa.
We have similar facial
We
hair
do.
now.
I'm looking in the mirror right now, actually.
I know. Well, I don't have glasses on. And
There we go. Now we're looking. We're
both
in the mirror.
violently bald. Offensively bald.
Except your Fu Manchu looks like it comes in fully. I have to use my wife's eyebrow pen to shade in a little piece right there. You know.
Okay, eyebrow pen.
Okay.
Are you really? Do you really
I
shave?
might look, dude, right there, man.
But you can't. No one can have
You can't
lighter.
tell.
Because look at this. All right here, it's Keanu Reeves' face. I'm blaming the Puerto Rican side of me because I can only grow like here, and then here.
Oh, I'm full
Everything
like
right
a fucking,
here. I know you're like a
beast,
fucking.
but just
It
this
all
little piece
ran away from the top of your head
here.
down to your face,
right by the lip, just that one little blip. So you use
and
a
you
little
draw
makeup.
it in with a pencil.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
How long have you been wearing her panties? Aren't panties wonderful?
They just get in the
Dude.
way, man. They're fucking. I got stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks and
Stacks on
and
stacks on
and
stacks.
stacks
Oh,
of
panties?
them at my house, and my wife just needs
Well,
to get
once
rid
you've
of
been
them.
around
dude.
them, but I've had good girls who let me like borrow them for a couple like
Where
weeks.
is this gonna go
Dude,
tonight?
I want to just sniff them from time to time, dude. Just sniffing.
I sniff them.
Sniff a pair of panties after a couple of days.
I don't want them clean though. I don't want them coming out of the washer sniffing them because then I'm just sniffing.
Right.
You
No,
know,
no. I want to
fabric
smell.
detergent.
Although, hang on, girls smell. Even their fabric detergent or whatever, that's like a ooh girl, right? But like the silky smooth, but like a little bit of, I don't want like caked, you know what I mean? I don't want like yeast infection panties, but I do want like, dude, just smelling panties is delicious, dude. This is a weird episode. It's hot already, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you just wanted to show off your fucking Comedy Store
Oh man,
t-shirt, you son of a bitch.
Dude, what a trip!
I love the comedy. I love the stand-up. So, did you see Bobby Lee?
I did see Bobby D. I saw Bobby Lee. We got lucky, man.
He's my sweet baby boy.
I love him.
I'm going to put him in
He's,
a swaddling clothing.
He was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I was 4 people away from touching his dick.
Aww.
Yeah, we got there early, which I'm an anxious Annie, so I had to get there early, and we ended up getting to sit on the stage, which was pretty fantastic for the first time.
Right.
But we were literally the second people in, and the first people got a boot. You paid extra for a booth, so we were the first ones on the stage. So we were right where they walked up or whatnot, and
Nice.
we weren't in their view, but they could see us, and the guys that sat right in front just ate it all night long.
Right.
Which I'm kind of glad I didn't, because there was a little bit of conversing back and forth, and
Right.
yeah, I'm not.
You didn't want people to make fun of your
It's
your
first time.
makeuping face.
No, it's just the first time, the wife with me, and whatever. I'm respectful, and
You are?
yeah, especially with her. The sexual questions and stuff like that.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You know.
You have some decorum.
Yeah.
If a comedian asked you
Now, if
about
they asked
ass
her
eating,
and
you
she
would
was-
say, "Nay, I cannot share this, sir."
I would decline.
You would bring out a lute and you would say, "Ding, ding, ding."
It would be absolutely hilarious.
Right. It would be pretty intense.
Because she's sitting next to me, and
Right.
but yeah, man, I loved it. It was great. We got to see a ton of comedians Thursday night and at the Original Comedy Store, and then we went down to San Diego Friday night for Joey Diaz.
Nice.
And the
Holy
biggest
shit.
the biggest turn on ever is watching my wife absolutely hysterically laugh at the most obscene and offensive jokes, and
Nice.
it warms my heart, man. It's just
Right.
like
Right.
And we got to talk about it after, and she was just like, that's why it's funny. It's so offensive.
Right.
And yeah, man, some of them were. I don't want to give anybody's bits away or whatever.
Right.
But I mean, they had me belly laughing, and
Right.
some of them. This one guy, I got to give him a shout out. Adored him. Brent Morris, I believe is his name. He was part of the 16 comedians on Thursday night, and he did this bit on cocaine that just had me falling on the floor. You know, he wasn't a cocaine user, but you know, he never said no if someone asked him twice. You know?
Right.
Like, hey, you know, you want some coke? Nah, I don't do that. You sure? Oh, okay.
Right.
and he's got a deviated septum.
Nice.
And he snorts the coke, and it gets stuck in his nose for 2 days, and he doesn't know. And he wakes up 2 days later, and he wakes up to the taste of, like, you know, crushed aspirin in the back of his throat. And I'm tasting it as he's saying it, and I'm like, and he just goes on and just goes through all the motions that someone that has been in that world. And by that time, I'm belly laughing because I identify more than you could imagine.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, we definitely know who the coke heads are in the house.
Right. I knew this was going to be a weird episode.
And he just looks at me, and I'm like, oh?
I'm very tired right now. You're very tired right now, too?
It's been a long week, long days. I've slept once in my bed since last Thursday.
Right. And
I
obviously
won't be
there's
home.
some things we won't share about necessarily, but, you know, I understand. Yeah, I've haven't spent every night in my bed, but it's for better reasons. But
that was my first time back in LA since I got sober. That's where it all happened.
I was down. Actually, yeah, I think we were both in LA at the same time. Because I went down to LA on Ojai on Saturday, and then I visited, I visited
beautiful.
LA for a quick second. Shout out, by the way, if you like cumbia music, shout out to fucking La Mera Candelaria, La Mera Mera Candelaria, and Stephanie is the lead singer and writer, and it's some amazing music. She used to do music up here in the Bay, and she moved down to LA, and yeah, she's a badass. So I got to hang out and get some coffee with her.
Can you turn on that
Family
accent
friend.
and give me a little Americano or whatever that word is?
That was La Mera Candelaria.
No, the other word you say.
What?
Machismo.
Machismo? That I say that with an accent?
Yeah,
Mira la
you did.
machismo for the fucking... I don't know, dude, I'm so tired right now.
Yeah,
I can't get Mexican when I'm fucking tired right now.
It was a crazy quick trip down there, and I wanted to see our buddy, but there was no way that was. We drove down on a Thursday, and we were back home Saturday night, and went to LA and San Diego.
Right.
For shows.
San Diego's a weird city.
Oh my
it's
god,
sunny.
I fucking love it, dude.
Yeah, but it's such a weird, like, people you can it's like Washington D.C. where, like, nobody's from there. Everybody just kind of scoops in for a couple of years and then scoops out. Everybody's
it might
from the
be
military.
one of the better places in the United States.
No, it's gorgeous. I'm not saying it isn't. Although there's a whole lot of homeless people. There's a motherfucking lot
Really?
of homeless. Oh my god, in San Diego. Holy shit. Go down to the East Village. You know where
I don't hang out those.
Okay, so you
La
there's
Jolla
this,
and Coronado.
right.
I mean,
Of
let's
course
be
you'd be
real.
a fucking
That's where
Coronado
I
boy.
was. I was La Jolla and Coronado.
Right, Coronado is like Stepford Wives, and then right over the bridge, just fucking.
Well, yeah, they don't let
Death.
them over. So if
why?
they-
Okay,
if they
why would
find-
they let them over to fucking Coronado? Come on,
Exactly.
first things first.
And if they find any, they literally put them in the back of the police car and they bring them to the other side.
But it doesn't rain very often. I mean, you would figure in Portland, actually, because it rains so much, so there wouldn't be as many homeless people. There are tons of motherfucking homeless people in Portland. But in San Diego, there's a ton. And they all just kind of have
Oh my
these
God.
tent cities, just tent city after tent city after tent city, all over the East Village, all over, like, maybe Market and Island, I think, and, like, 10th and 11th, like, and south of that.
Is it-
it's just fucking bad.
Is it wrong to bring up like Bobby Lee's bits and talk about it?
No, I mean, I love. We can talk about one of them. I mean, there's like 58 people who listen to this, but and you're all sick fucks, by the way.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/conservative.
And I can't deliver like Bobby does, but
really, I'm gonna eat.
He's got a joke.
I'm gonna see what my fortune is, and then at the end, you'll see what your fortune is.
He tied in a Hitler joke to karma, and it was absolutely phenomenal.
Sure.
And it was saying that, he found out that karma isn't what you do now in this life. Like, if you do something good right now, something good's going to happen to you. Or if you do something bad's going to happen to you in this life. Oh. It's if you do something bad in this life, you're punished in your next life. So that's why he doesn't give money to homeless people. Instead, he kicks and punches them.
Right.
And as he's doing that, he's like... slams the microphone stand on the ground. He's like, "Fuck you, Hitler! You starved the Jews. I'm gonna fucking starve you."
Right.
And then kicks over somebody with spina bifida and starts cursing at him. And then
that makes sense.
Kicks somebody else and calls him, Donner or no, what's his name? See, I'm
Dahmer, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer. And it was just utterly priceless.
Want to hear my Panda Express fortune?
Yeah, I do.
Says, it is important to keep your priorities straight. That's bad, man. My fortunes recently from Panda Express, when I have cheated on my diet, have actually all been very positive. That one's much more looming and terrifying. It is important to keep your priorities straight. It almost should have comma asshole afterwards. I like that.
You like that?
No. What does it sound?
Out like
it actually registering on the sound thing. That's pretty cool. All right, so Mike the Southerners.
Your positivity will become a catalyst for change.
All right. I see that one was supposed to go to me.
I have been pretty negative about myself lately.
Aww. God damn it. I cheat on my diet one day and I get something that says it is important to keep your priorities straight. Fuck you. Fine. Fine, God, you son of a bitch. I think it's important to say God, and God is a son of a bitch from time to time. I have no problem just to say, fuck you, God. I think that's totally cool.
And he just laughs at us.
I don't give a fuck. He knows what the fuck he's dealing with. Some bitch.
What do you know about that little 29-year-old chick in New York that fucking got elected to the Congress?
Oh, Arcadio something or other?
Yeah,
she's
like three different names.
She's a little creepy. But I know that she is a flag. She's like the human version of a flag because they want to like wave her around saying like, look, she's a minority. She's... she may have brownish Asian skin.
They don't like
but
her.
She's not a minority. She's from Palo. I mean, she looks like she's from Palo Alto. Like she looks like she would be in total.
She's pretty hot.
She looks and talks. I don't know. She looks and talks like somebody.
Are you serious? She looks good.
Okay, just because I would fuck her doesn't mean that she's hot.
You don't think she looks
like
good?
Her panties would not be one that I like go for. No. Tisk. Give me like a Brittany Murphy. Yeah.
Give me a ball gag. I'd brutalize her. But I just said that on air. Wow.
Whatever.
Oh well.
What was I saying? Oh, Wetterface. She's not. She's a very whitish. She's not. You know what I mean? I know her bloodline is fucking minority, but she's not a minority.
She's too decent or good looking to have been oppressed.
Can we talk about it? Guess what, boys and girls? You want to hear about? You
can't be oppressed if you're good looking. Sorry, it just doesn't happen.
You want to talk about female privilege? Let's talk about female privilege. So Arcadio Cortez, or whatever the fuck her faggot ass name is, she is famous because of female privilege. Also, check this out. Bella Thorne.
I don't know who that is.
Is a former star from Disney Channel.
I like the Disney Channel.
And she has now been famous for the last 3 or 4 years between I'm 16 showing off my titties, I'm almost gonna flash you the nipple, and then I'm 18 and now I'm literally just spread eagle fucking everywhere, right?
No.
Now like she her. Is now she shared something on her Instagram. She's sharing 20 million streams on her Spotify. 3 million fans follow her on Spotify. in 65 different countries, which means that people are listening to her music. I even listened to a piece of her music just to make sure. She sounds oppressed. So that's fucking female privilege. That bitch is like, nipple, nipple, nipple. I guess I'll go on to stereo for a second. And that faggot ass bitch has 20 motherfucking million streams. And I'm struggling for 58 motherfuckers. God damn it.
Whoa. Whoa. I struck a nerve. Wow.
I should just cut out my dick. I should make a pussy, and then people will follow me. And then the things that I make will have value too. Maybe she has value.
Maybe you hit that
Fucking
boxing gym and get some
shit ass motherfuckers
and start getting that all chiseled up.
I just needed to scream that into a microphone.
Right.
I apologize, everybody.
But this new little chick,
20 million.
I like her, but I hate her views.
Well, of course.
It's like, I love that she's, I don't know how you followed it, but it's kind of, you can't not see it.
Sure.
But she's doing the tweets about, what's going on in Congress. It's a secret and no one's supposed to know. And she's like, fuck that. I'm letting everybody know. And she's talking about the orientation with all the CEOs from like the mega, Wall Street guys.
Oh, really?
Everything, and they're the ones that are giving the speeches telling them what they should and shouldn't be doing as congressmen and women and blah blah blah. And she's like, what the fuck is this? Like, where's the labor unions? Where's where's the trades? Where are the people that actually matter instead of these millionaires and billionaires that are CEOs of the largest?
I don't mind that. I can understand her being a little wary of companies.
No, I love it because she's throwing a wrench into the system and saying, "Hey, look, this is what's really going on." Because
but she also is the personal.
She's horrible for the sheer fact that she just put together this thing, and they're asking her. She's a socialist, and she wants this $40 trillion spending bill to socialize the United States. It's like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
Like, it can't happen. It won't happen. But
right.
I like her tenacity. I like that she's going to go to the extreme far end.
I don't know if it's tenacity as much as
stupidity.
No, the hubris of privilege. She's got my daddy thought I'm a princess, and now I come out into the real world of politics, and people are like, "You're brown, you're good, so you must be." Not only am I just a princess, I'm also I'm a minority princess. She's like fucking Pocahontas.
No. She's Aladdin's girl.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly
She's fucking
is.
Jasmine, and so we have to put. Now she's exalted and unquestioned. It's wonderful. So now she's just going to charge into these different
both sides now.
Okay, but that's gonna.
But she got into office now. They got to do it for how many years?
But what happens? Here's the thing. What happens when Trump gets questioned? I may be voting for the guy or whatever. But what happens when that dude gets questions? He doesn't really take it. It doesn't. It's kind of water off of Trump's back, right? So like this, she's the same type of person. She's got the. I know it is hot, isn't it? She's got the hubris for it. She's got the. What? I'm not. No. I'm a princess, but I don't know if she's got the experience / business
she
savvy
does not have alligators,
/
alligator skin.
Good policy.
She's got paper for skin.
But it is gonna be like water off a duck's back. But she's just like, what? What do you mean? This is patriarchy. Whatever. I should have 20 million streams on my Spotify. I'm a horrible person. Oh, did you unplug? Oh, there you go.
Back on.
This is a bad. I knew it was gonna be when I'm always worried like when I'm this tired if I even should record.
Oh my god, the ride
here. I screamed about Bella Thorne.
The ride here was interesting.
What happened?
Oh man, I had this Uber driver that the loudest like nasal mouth breather you've ever heard. Like it's
nice.
Just like in and out. Like gee, I don't know.
His breathing was.
Oh my god, dude!
You don't like listen to things? I always put on like some YouTube or something.
How can you? No, I'm not rude like that. I was trying to get to know the guy, find out who he is.
Okay. So who was he?
I didn't have much on him. He works from like 3:00 in the afternoon till about 9:00 at night.
Right.
He's been in the city for like 40 years, and
White
There's
guy?
a lot of construction. Yeah, to me, he's white. He's probably not white, like in ethnicity checking the box. But
Sure.
that's the funny thing. A lot of people are white to me that don't check the box.
Yeah, Arcadio Cortez or whatever. I keep messing up her name.
She's a white girl to me.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
She's a Los
fucking
Altos.
kid. Yeah.
She's a Palo Alto. She's at Stanford Shopping Mall at Neiman Marcus.
Everybody's
returning
white
something.
to me unless you have like trash dick culture, and if you're a trash dick, then you're who you are.
Trash dick. I've never heard of this. What is this?
I don't
before?
like lower companions that are just fucking
Trash dick.
shitheads. and
Wait a
cause-
second. Trash dick. What is this
You've
from?
never heard of a trash
I've
dick?
never heard
I
of
don't
trash
know, that's
dick.
what I call them.
I mean, I have had sex with trash, but no.
Yeah, it's
what's
like
trash dick?
like white trash or
Okay.
But
But where does the dick
ghetto
come involved?
gangsters or like
They
I don't
don't
know,
wash
just
their
lower
penis.
than
They don't
no,
wash their
they're
penis.
just shitty people.
Okay.
They don't provide anything for society. They're just a drain on us.
Okay.
They're dirty. They
I
fucking.
feel like we're way too close to a
mean-
race. Just say it.
Oh, if anything, I'm thinking about like white people more than
Oh,
anything.
really? Okay, all right. I was getting ready.
Yeah, no, definitely like white trash. But
Okay.
they're of every single race
Sure.
there is.
Right.
We all have shitty people that
Right,
belong
right,
to our
right,
race. Those are the only people I really don't like. The shitty people of your culture is the only ones that I don't like. Other than that, I love 90% of your culture. Any culture.
Yeah, I figure it's like I always say, like I only listen to the top 15% of whatever music it is. So like I'll listen to bluegrass, but I listen to good ass, or I listen to fucking hip hop, but I listen
Dude,
to
what
like
was
good
this?
ass hip hop. So maybe it's like it's the invert,
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. It's like the
I don't-
bottom 15%.
I hate the
like,
bottom
why
15%.
would you
Right, right,
listen
right,
to
right.
that shit?
Well, sometimes they're the loudest ones.
Yeah, that's the truth. What's this controversial opinion about country music, dude?
Well, a lot of people don't like. Oh, yeah. So those who follow me on Instagram know that I do controversial opinion Wednesdays. And today it was just that I don't think country is that bad.
I love country.
I know, but to
But
some people,
again,
they're like.
I'm
to some
I'm a
people, that's
Southerner.
like.
Did you
Actually,
watch?
there's a weird kind of contingency in the Bay who like country.
Oh yeah.
There's like no. I'll see this girl on like Instagram who's like all blah blah blah. She looks regular, blah blah blah. All of a sudden, she's at a fucking at some lady. What's not Lady Antebellum. What's that? There's some
Big club in Fremont, some country club.
no, but she'll hang on. I gotta find this chick on Instagram. I gotta find her. Oh, I don't even have my my Wi-Fi up. But anyway,
Did you watch the Garth Brooks
suddenly
concert?
I'll see somebody, tagging themselves at a George Strait concert at Mountain View Shoreline with the fucking boots on. I'm like, you have never worn
Dude.
boots in your life, and I appreciate them. I'm not saying they're being posers, but I just. In the Bay, I don't ever see that piece of them until they're tagging themselves at the event.
The last time I saw George Strait, he came to my work to sing one song for
Nice.
memorial for someone.
Nice.
It was pretty ridiculous. I like country though. Did
you
you watch the
mind it.
Garth Brooks concert that was just
No,
on TV?
what
You
was
don't have
what
TV.
was it? What no, what
He
was
played at South Bend, Indiana, the Notre Dame Stadium, and he kicks it, man. I took the wife, or the wife took me when he came out to San Jose, maybe like 2 years ago,
it? Right.
2 or 3 years.
I
And,
spent last night in the arms of a girl in Louisiana. And I'm on the house.
Oh,
That's a
man.
fucking great goddamn
Oh,
song.
yeah,
That song
dude.
is
I can
one of the
listen to
best. I love that fucking song. I love that fucking
Garth
song.
live in Central Park, and actually almost any. I say almost any, but there's two of my favorite live albums are both Central Park. Garth Brooks and Dave Matthews live in Central Park.
Okay.
I can
All
listen to both of them cover to cover.
Let's talk
all day,
about
every day.
Dave Matthews, by the way.
Don't you hate on him? I'll punch you in the throat.
Listen, not everything before these crowded streets, but mostly. Like every day? Come on, don't tell me that there was not. There was like one good song on every day.
It's been getting worse. It has.
That's what I'm saying.
He-
Now his live shit,
But
his
he's still-
band has been legit live for
but
fucking
he's
ever.
still putting it out. And see,
yeah,
this is the
but so's
conundrum.
fucking
This
Bella
is-
Thorne.
This is the conundrum. People hate on bands that stick to the nostalgia music and keep playing the hits.
Okay.
And they get trash talk.
Touche.
Our buddy, and it's like, oh, we want him to create new music.
Right.
Well, Dave's creating new music, but it's
Right.
not the fucking nostalgic music that you listened from song 1 to song 18 and you loved everything.
I gotta tell you.
So now it's like, well, he's slowing down. Well, motherfucker, what do you want? Do you want new shit, or do you just want him to play,
No, it's true.
The Great Street?
Prince had, like, the 90s Prince. There was, like, nothing good in the 90s. I mean, well, fucking Get Off was pretty good, but everything else, like musicology.
Party Like It's 1999?
Musicology? Nobody listens to musicology. Stop.
Party Like It's 1999? You didn't listen
But, like,
to that?
no, yeah, but that was in 84 or 85 or 82 or something.
No, that's
Yes, it was.
Was it really?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Are you out of your mind? Yeah. 1999 came out in, like, 81.
I thought it came out in, like,
No, sir.
the late 80s.
No, sir. I'm
I
gonna Google it right meow.
I thought I bought that CD when that song came out, and I would have been anywhere between 8 and 14 years old. So that's early 90s.
Loretta Lynn, dude, I'm telling you, fucking Loretta Lynn is my baby girl, dude. She's the
Dude,
shit. Johnny Cash?
Oh god.
Fuck, man.
God.
Uh-oh. Yes, sir.
Johnny, dude.
Now, who was I just gonna Google?
Prince, 1999.
Prince, 1999.
According to Wikipedia, 1999 is a 1982 album by American recording artist
82.
Prince.
80,
That's
motherfucking
crazy.
two.
That was a year before.
All right, shut up, Google.
2000.
2000
We went to
party
a
over. Oops, out of time.
Prince cover band 2 weekends ago up in
Nice.
little mountain town. It was pretty funny, but they kicked it. I mean, they were awesome. And you know how bad I am at music. So
You thought 1999 came out in like 96?
totally. And then like I'm sitting there, and the wife and her friends are in the venue, and I couldn't stand because of my leg.
Right.
But it's like a restaurant that's kind of like attached to it. So I just sat back, had me a couple appetizers, and watched them from afar. It was loud enough. But they played Erotic City.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I adore that song. But
I gotta see you dancing to Erotic City. This is bothersome to me.
guess who I thought?
I don't want to.
Guess who I thought wrote Erotic City?
Oh, God. Who?
George Clinton, the Parliament Funkadelic.
Fucking they wish.
Because,
I'm going to say something too. Go ahead. And then I'm going to go on a rant.
The first time I heard that song was in the movie PCU.
Oh.
When they pick up George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelic because Gutter was out trying to get kegs in the movie, and the bus pulls up and he's like, going back to campus, and next thing you know, George Clinton's throwing down in the pit,
right?
And they're playing Erotic City, and I always knew that song, and I never understood why I couldn't find it,
right?
Because it's not on an album by George Clinton.
I will say though, George, that movie, Stomp, amazing song. Whoa, Stomp! You remember this?
Oh, I have. Yes, I remember. I love them. Hey, mark on your calendar. You're coming down. You're coming with me and the wife to go see Dumps the Funk.
Who the fuck is that?
You know who Aaron Neville is?
Probably.
I hope you do.
Yes, I know who Aaron Neville is.
So he's got, the Neville brothers?
Yeah.
So one of the brothers, Ivan Neville.
I'm going to play a second of this. This is from PCU.
Stomp will cause a hazard to your booty. And everyone get out on the dance floor. Failing to stop will cause hazardous booty.
That's the shit, dude. But the thing about that song is that it's better than all George Clinton songs.
No.
Yes,
no,
dude.
no.
You give me fucking 20 minutes? Does Flashlight need to be longer than 2 minutes? Fuck you. Fuck you.
He did justice, just like Johnny Cash did for Trent Reznor for Erotic City.
I'm not saying I'm happy George Clinton exists.
I love George
I'm
Clinton's
grateful that he
version
did the
of
music
Erotic
he
City.
did, but I just think people suck his dick too much. People suck the Parliament's dick too much. Flashlight
so.
needed to be fucking 20 goddamn minutes.
Need
Fucking
to come to see Dumps the Funk.
I'll think about it. I do like.
No,
I
just
do.
come. Just say fuck it. I'm gonna come December 27th. I'll buy you a ticket and come have some fun with us.
Where they play?
Moe's Alley, Santa Cruz.
Okay.
We
I
drove
don't
up
like
to
that
this-
hood though. I don't like fucking.
Oh jeez.
All right.
It's
all right.
technically
listen.
not Santa Cruz. I guess it's SoCal.
Okay.
Moe's Alley's in SoCal.
There's not much difference.
It's not much difference.
No.
Like a street or two.
I mean, it's
over.
not Aptus, but
But it's
close.
It's Ivan Neville, who is one of the Neville brothers,
Okay.
and then one of his nephews of one of the Neville brothers.
Right, but Aaron's old now.
Oh,
He's gotta be in
Aaron's
his 70s.
70s, 80s,
Yeah.
easy. Ivan's younger.
He's the one with the thing on his head.
He's
Okay, right.
tattoos.
He's got the tear down this wall. He's got he's got not the Gorbachev because Gorbachev was like a stain.
He's literally got a cross under his eye or on his forehead, like tattoo. It's tattoo.
No. Aaron Neville, Google that shit right now, son. With your nice fancy new phone.
I know it's nice.
Aaron Neville is the one who has a face growth of some kind.
Yeah, and he's also got a tattoo on his face.
And a tattoo too?
Yeah.
Come on, Aaron. You had to like try to distract it.
He did.
Come on, Aaron.
He did. See, he's
Let me
got a
see
big
that.
sword on his cheek.
Okay, but let me see the other side. Yes, exactly. He's got the Gorbachev.
Yeah.
He's got the fucking something on
He's
his
got the
face.
Gorbachev.
He's got something on his face.
How about? Come on. What? How much did you watch on? I'm changing subjects because I'm
Please,
pushing
I'm
hard.
ready. I don't care.
Did you watch any of the President 41 George H.W. Bush stuff?
No, not really. I mean, I do.
You
I do.
call your podcast conservatish?
Yeah.
And you don't even respect
Ish,
the
son.
commander in chief?
Ish.
Fucking very ish.
I haven't
Very
been
ish.
from the beginning of you
Very
cocksuckers.
ish.
That's why I don't like all these
Very
motherfuckers
ish.
who are like mad at me for platform because I've told you from cocksuckers from the fucking beginning.
You like sounding
Y'all know
different.
I don't know the
Y'all?
fuck. Y'all know I don't
Y'all?
know what the fuck I'm talking about, and it's good that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking. This is not a political pundit show unless I have some people who are very political on. But
How
you know,
beautiful is
God damn it.
George H.W.
how beautiful?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was a great man.
I'm not an old man
I'll leave it
like
at
you.
that. I was trying
I'm
to bring it up.
fucking. I'm only
I loved
30,
him. He was-
30
he-
and 2 years
He was
old.
the first president that I knew.
That you voted for.
I tell you,
You couldn't
I'd be
vote for
really
it.
old
All right.
compared to my current status. I think who would have been president? I think
I was still too.
Obama.
I was still too wee. I was still too wee to know
Yeah.
who George H.W.
He's a great man.
You heard what I said
I
about
used to
the-
hate politicians, like all of them, because they're all lying sack of shits and
Sure.
don't give a fuck about us. But then I saw everything about him, and I'm like, where's that politician?
Well, wait.
Where's he?
You saw everything about him back then. You thought this? No, you thought
No,
this now.
I think this now, but
Okay.
then watching all this stuff about his life and decisions, and
Right.
it's so much easier looking back at a president 20 years later and
course.
seeing why he made decisions and how
Right.
things turned out.
Right.
But it's like he had class,
Sure.
he had honor,
Okay.
like, and I mean, he's a big World War II guy,
Right.
which I mean, right there does it. That's a generation that's none other compared to everyone else.
Wait,
that
he
came
fought
after
in
him.
World War II?
He was a.
He seems like he would be like Korea old enough, but not old enough for World War II.
No. He was a fighter
shit.
pilot.
God damn.
He flew, it was either 82 or 86 missions
Right.
during World War II. He got shot down over the Pacific, and his two buddies that were flying alongside him both died, and he survived. And that was his catalyst to be in service for the government
Right.
and to honor those guys throughout his life. And
Right.
that was his thing.
Well, good. Well, I
He's-
guess he did his job.
Yeah,
That's
no,
awesome.
totally. But saying that, as I'm watching this, I'm like, you know what? There's some really old fucks in the Senate and Congress
Right.
and governors out there that share that same honor that he had. I'm like, okay, you might be wrong. Maybe not 100% of politicians are just complete shitty. Maybe like 95% of them.
Sure. I mean, I guess Arcadio Cortez or just keep messing up
She's
her
on the
name.
shitty side of things. That bitch is gonna be lying like a fucking.
Why
sip
can't
in
we
a
just
matter of
take other people's money and give it to
It's like,
everybody
wait
else?
a minute, I get a
Stop being
kickback?
selfish. You should
Oh, wait, did you see the
You
new-
should give your money to other people.
How
Why
come-
are you still having? Why are you still financially stable? We should spread it around. Patriarchy. You know.
Let's start taxing text messages. You see that new
Yeah,
shit?
I know, right? I gotta get the fuck out of this state.
My first thought, I talked about it to the wife. It's just, I don't know how much longer I can deal. If they do that shit, I mean, right now, I see all the gas prices going down, and we're the only fucking yahoos.
Right, but they're
that are
tripping out. They're
paying
tripping
what we're
out about
paying.
it.
And I read this text message tax bill that they want to go through with, and part of it is to help low incomes. Part of it is a gas subsidy. Motherfucker, don't charge the tax that you're charging right now, and then you don't need to fucking get a subsidy to the fucking people out on the bottom. That's the only people you truly hurt. I mean, I can't say I really feel that big of an impact from it, but shit, somebody underneath me is definitely feeling that impact if they're driving back and forth to work. Right. I mean, you're talking thousands of dollars in a year.
I just can't stand. I just think in general, this state's kind of fucked right now. Like I just
would
don't
you
want
like
to be
see
here.
Paris
man.
happen
Like I'm
here?
sure everyone else. Like has their own issues with their state. I certainly would rather live here than most states. I think, but the reality is like
I'm never leaving. Family's here. The weather is ridiculous.
It's good, sure,
And
except
it's got
for all the
everything I love and
fires.
want.
But you know,
Dude, I live in heaven. Like seriously,
besides all the fires. But yes,
between my house and work, it's heaven.
Okay, but so here's the thing too, though, because I really think what were we talking about before the thing? I hate this inclusivity bullshit. I just can't stand it. At a certain point, like you fucking cocksuckers.
But it's not inclusive.
I'm a part of this board.
It's
This voluntary board. I shouldn't talk about this.
but it's
And I'm the only non-white on it, and yet all the other white people are like, how do we include more people who aren't me? I'm a bad whitey. And I'm just like screaming, like we shouldn't be changing these things. This has nothing to do with diversity and inclusion. You fucking... And
You
I
start
have to almost
excluding
flex
more and
my
more.
non-white muscle in order to tell them to shut the fuck up.
and you exclude more and more
God.
and more people. Dude, there's smoke coming off your head right now underneath
Dude,
the
I'm
light. Look at this shit. Like, good lord, we caught him on a weird night. I don't know if he's going to be able to
told you,
release this podcast.
I told you guys
I
I
think we're
apologize.
just going to slam these microphones on the
sorry.
fucking floor. We're going to go outside and start
I
kicking
shouldn't
homeless
be
people.
allowed to have it. This is a weird episode. I shouldn't be allowed to have this podcast. Nothing's right. Everything's fucked. No one's listening.
No
I'm not
one's
gonna have it.
listening.
I don't even have enough-
I don't know why anyone's not listening.
I just have to literally, I'm like 15% away from finishing the album, and I don't have the money to do it because all of the GoFundMe money is gone because it's really expensive to record an album. So I'm still working on that, and I have another recording session scheduled for January, and we're getting there, and everything's all right, and I've got my priorities straight, Panda Express, cocksuckers, but like... It's just a weird night. It's just a weird night.
I had a wonderful night up until getting about here.
I'm sorry. No, you're having a good time. Are you having a good time?
I'm having a great time.
Eat a Lindor truffle.
Oh, totally.
Part of the other reason is that I decided to eat maybe four hours ago. I ate a Pizza Hut pizza and Panda Express and ice cream. So I'm a little fucked up right now. My body is... You're taking out the golf clubs. You really are obsessed.
We should have a putting contest.
I was actually... And I have my guitar here, too. This is a really
I'll
weird
play the
episode.
guitar and you putt.
Okay.
This
Here,
could
give me
be-
my guitar. I'm serious. Do you have a ball?
No, I'm joking.
Do you want to use a Lindor truffle?
we could.
Okay.
No, I was just checking out Homeboy's clubs. Whoa, wow.
What?
To all you golf nuts out there, he's got a Spalding compressed face putter.
Was that a good thing? Compressed face. Why is compressed face good?
Oh, no, it's a blade putter from Spalding. Nothing great.
Okay.
But you know what? You don't need a great putter as long as you can use it. It's one of those things. I think it's actually better. So some guys, I don't know if you know anything about golf. Or
Nope.
So there's this place in Ensenada, California.
Okay.
It's there's a guy called Scotty Cameron that hand mills putters. And
Okay.
he does it for all the professional golfers and everything.
Do other people like factory make?
Yes, 90% of them are factory made. And he used to hand mill them, and now he outsources it to somebody. But they're still badass putters. Anyway, we go to his shop for the first time in San Diego last year or earlier this year, and there's a putter case with 4 putters in it. 4 putters that, to your eye, look nothing different than the thing I'm holding in my hand. and the 4 putters cost over $100,000.
Jesus.
There's people out there that spend $30,000 on a handmade bedazzled putter.
Yeah.
And you know what? I guarantee that dude sucks at golf.
I do actually want to strum my guitar while we
And
talk. Please,
I can
please
pull
hand
up
me that.
and
Because I'm still
hopefully
attached
sync
to my
'em.
thing. So why is now? So do you get to play while you're doing your job thing? I actually talked to somebody, by the way, who, because I didn't even know. I thought you were just bullshitting when you said, not bullshitting like in a bad way, but I thought you were just like, yeah, people are jealous of me. Like someone talked to me about they liked the episode and they were jealous that you get to work on the greens. I'm like, who are these men that like?
very. Like,
Why are
no,
people like
it's-
jealous of
you
working
don't-
on fucking greens? I don't understand that.
I discount myself too, but I mean it's the top of the top, man. I mean it's
So you get to do what you do. Obviously, what do you like about it? Maybe we didn't.
Everything.
Did we talk about this last time?
I don't know that we got really far into it, but I love it. It's I don't have to deal with any people, and it's literally it's creating a masterpiece so that everyone else can enjoy it. Like it's just beautiful.
Okay. Like there's an artisticness. To
Oh,
it.
there's definitely. I think there is, and most people would say there is. There's an eye of detail, and it's something that you can prepare for other people to use. Like without us, you would not be able to get the quality that is out there.
But the designs make a difference.
Oh, that's the.
You
that's
can't
the
just
whole
make
thing,
it all
man.
one smoothness.
No. What do you mean by the designs? Like, when you said design, I
see
thought
like
about
patterns and shit
in the turf.
in the grass.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they matter. I thought you meant designs of golf courses. I thought you meant...
No, I know that.
So, like, architects, their designs of holes is very, 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 very exclusive. And, like, you know, you want to go play this guy's course because he's got this style and you know how it is.
No, I'm talking about. I see like on the grass. It almost looks
Patterns.
like patterns.
Yeah,
it almost
yeah,
looks
yeah.
like
It's optical illusions.
Okay, but why do those? Oh, so
Well,
they
it-
do matter.
Oh, yeah, big time matters. So, I mean, that's my screensaver.
Is that where you work?
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
It's gorgeous, but I'll show you some of the patterns real quick. I don't know why we're going down that road, but yeah, no, the guys love. I mean, like today, I went somewhere, one of those meetings or whatever, and met two old friends, and they know what I do and everything, and they love to brag about it because they have friends that play golf, and if I'm around, like, come here, tell them where you work, and I'm like. And I like it. It's fun, you know, because as soon as I say something, they're all about it. And then the guys that really play, it's a honey hole worth of questions. Like they will
Honey hole.
They
That
will,
sounds dirty.
They will sit there for an hour and pick my brain and ask me everything about it. And that's exactly what happened. There was a Christmas party before the meeting, and introduced me to one of the guys of a friend, and he's a big time golfer. And you know, they told him where I work and what I do and everything. And next thing you know, like we spent 40 straight minutes of him asking me questions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe I just don't understand because it's just not.
It's out of your radar. It would
Right.
be like somebody talking about you recording right now
right,
and
right.
doing music and playing the guitar.
Right.
And you're getting very, you know, think of the highest end handmade acoustic guitars.
Right.
You know something about them. I have fucking no idea about them.
Yeah.
You know, or a recording studio or how you're recording.
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know the difference between Eminem doing a recording session and you doing a recording session and, you know, whatever. Like, I just listen to the music and
Well,
I either like it or I don't.
I'm a minority, so obviously my music is much more valuable than his.
Totally. So, I mean, you wouldn't know because you just don't play. But it's legit.
So your stuff is especially people are jealous when they're players.
Yeah, and
Okay, all right.
and a lot of people can't afford to play where I. So like not only is it a fact that I'm there every day all day,
Right.
but I get to play and I get to take friends to play,
Okay.
and it's of no cost.
Okay.
And then there's people that literally just cannot. They don't have the financial means
you
to
ever,
make it on.
Do you ever go? So obviously we won't mention the one that you work at, but do you ever go to that one in? I think it's Belmont or San Bruno. It's like San Bruno, like over by. There's a bunch
The
of
Cal Club.
Okay, yeah. Do you ever go to that one?
I have been and played that one.
Every time I
one
go
is
into that,
ridiculous.
it's like I go into that and it's like, wow. Or there's
Oh,
one
dude.
over here
That
by
clubhouse-
Lake Merritt. Or not Lake Merritt, I'm
Yes,
sorry, that's
so
Oakland.
there's Lake Merced Golf Club
Merced,
that's up
there we
there.
go.
That's a private club also.
Beautiful up there.
So like
Holy
that's one of the
shit.
odd things in golf. So there's so that's a Jewish club. So
Okay.
I know of that one.
Yuden.
And then there's
Yuden.
in San Mateo there's the Peninsula Club. That's also a private Jewish club or whatever.
So they don't let...
Yeah, they do. And now they do, but maybe 30 or 40 years ago, it was literally. Well, you got to understand that they were banned. They weren't allowed.
Oh,
So
shit.
that's how that happened. So they weren't allowed to be members at other places earlier on in time, and then they had enough money that they made their own clubs.
And said, fuck these
Big time. I mean, the one in Peninsula is a Donald Ross design. It's this particular architect. It's the only one on the West Coast. He's a big time East Coast architect from, early 1900s. And, that property, billions. Like, utter billion. Dude, the money that they just pumped into their clubhouse and redoing stuff. These private clubs got money and people love them. But again, it's exclusivity. You can't play.
Right.
And people dream of playing.
But now they let the non-Jews play.
Yeah, but you gotta
'Cause they
know
have to
somebody.
or whatever. Oh, yeah.
They do not have to. It's a private club owned by private people.
Interesting.
They do not have to let. No.
Has there ever been any government push on that?
No.
Okay.
Now there's been push. So like in the golf world, there's certain clubs that would not allow women
Right.
and would not allow blacks.
Okay.
And I don't want to get too heavy into it because
Sure.
whatever.
Because you don't like black people.
You got me. You
Right.
got me. So Tiger Woods wouldn't play at certain places,
Right.
Because they wouldn't allow black people. So he'd be invited.
What the fuck?
But they
Wait a
could-
second.
but he
This was
couldn't be
this is recent? This is like in the 90s? Holy shit.
There's still clubs that don't allow black people.
Are you fucking crazy?
No,
really?
not-
Oh
and they
my
don't-
god.
And they don't allow women.
Wow.
Yeah, no, there's some.
Now, we're not talking about clubs that play at a certain ranch or whatever the fuck, at certain greens. You're talking about the fucking greens themselves.
Yeah, like the actual golf club
Holy
itself.
shit, I didn't
so,
know
like,
this.
there's a lot that are still like no.
You know
women
what? The
allowed.
fucking patriarchy is real. Fuck it.
Like there's this badass club, and I'm trying not to use names or whatever.
What region might it be in? Is
It's
it in the
DC.
South?
So this is to ode to all of our congressmen, and it's fucking bad. So they are, so strict on no women. So a wife of a male member is only allowed on property past the gate during Christmas, like 2 or 3 days a week for 2 weeks straight during a certain time. So like from 9 to 11 a.m. on, let's say, Tuesday and Thursday for 2 weeks before Christmas, just to come in to buy Christmas gifts from the golf shop. Other than that, no women are allowed past the gate. If a wife is
Okay.
dropping off the husband, the wife cannot go past the gates.
Is it
And that's a
because
lot of
they don't want
senators
that
and
they don't want
congressmen.
them nasty pussies around, all these fucking tramps, these trollops, or is it possibly also they just want to be able to fucking slap dicks and not worry about it, like not in a gay way, but they just don't want to worry about.
I can't. I don't know.
Wait, you say you kind of do though? Okay, you kind of do. So that's a yes.
Yeah, it's
So-
it's one of those things where it's just I'm not ghosting myself in the.
Okay. Right.
industry.
Right. Interesting. It's
Yeah, no,
very interesting.
you get to do what you want to do when it's your money.
Right. When it's a private club, it's a private club.
But I can tell you this, me personally, and I can't believe this is going out into the fucking airwaves. There's certain places that I won't work because of their culture and the way they do
Okay.
things.
Okay.
It'd be hard to pass up, but if I don't identify or like how they do things, I won't work for them.
Okay.
And well, I don't care. I mean, offer me as much money as you want. Like, it's just,
Sure.
I'm not. No, sorry.
You wouldn't move to those greens because, like,
It doesn't align with like I don't want to be with a company or group or an organization that I don't see eye to eye with.
Right.
Like, it's fine if we have differences.
Right.
But like, I mean, come on, man. We're here today. Like, if you're not accepting a black guy, like, what the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Now,
dude.
okay, here's a question.
Like,
now.
but like, I could be blackballed for saying something like that, which is crazy.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, man.
This is a weird little area of life I did not know about. Now, a private club.
But
is a
I'm
private
totally
club.
down to
Now,
work
I
for a
get
men's
it.
club.
I get it. Yeah, because fuck broads. But I want to be in part of your club. Okay, I'll let you into our club. I want to change your club.
I'm still waiting
that's what
for-
the fucking. Did we talk about this? Who did I talk about this with football? It's like I want to be on the sidelines too. I know about football. Okay, fine. We'll let you in. You know, there should be pink stuff around because it's breast cancer awareness. You guys are hitting yourselves too hard against each other. Concussions exist. You should just change.
What are you talking about?
I'm complaining about football getting too fucking
By the way, I'm going to be up
non-manly.
on Monday night. We should go watch the
Saints?
Monday night game.
Okay,
Yeah, the Saints.
okay.
I am Mike the Southerner from Louisiana.
This
so.
is true.
But no, like with those golf
I'm just
clubs,
complaining about women.
So like in Europe, Ireland, and Scotland,
Yes.
they weren't allowing certain courses to bid for the Open, the British Open, which is considered the Open. Some people here would argue about that, but it's like quintessential World Open.
Okay.
And they wouldn't award it to certain golf courses because they wouldn't allow women. And some of those
But
courses,
do women compete in the Open?
no.
Okay.
Well, if
Against other women.
if there was a woman that could compete against the men, and so the thing is, you gotta shoot the low score. It doesn't matter, whatever. So if you can hit the ball like as far as the man, or you don't have to hit the ball that far, but if you can be that efficient and score that well, a woman could play against the man. It hasn't happened, but theoretically they wouldn't stop it.
Right.
I mean, the best woman
I guess
is
'cause
coming. Sorry, girls, you ain't coming nowhere near the big boys on the back tees.
But what about that? What about, to play the devil's advocate? I didn't see the shitty movie because I don't like heavy-handed, stupid political dog shit. But what about that Steve Carell movie they came out with last year with what's her face? The pretty girl was a lesbian, which rarely happens. But remember
I
Emma
have
Stone?
to disagree with that.
Emma
I have
Stone.
some friends.
Let's talk about
I'll show you
that.
pictures.
Let's
There
talk
are
about
some
that.
hot lesbians.
There are some hot lesbians, but they are lesbian-ish. I fucking said it. They're lesbian-ish. There are
No,
two
I'm
different
pulling
types
up-
of lesbians in this fucking world. There are lesbians who come out of the womb with a Giants hat on, and there are lesbians who pick it up along the way. I don't count that as fucking lesbian. If you have sucked a dick and enjoyed it, you're not a fucking lesbian. You're a bisexual. Calm the fuck down.
What if you
All of us are
sucked a
somewhere in the
dick
middle,
and you
princess.
hated every moment of it?
Still depends on the dick.
Her girl, I think she's absolutely gorgeous.
Okay,
Is she not?
come on.
You
Come
don't
on.
think she is?
Come on.
I
Some
think she
girls
is.
just haven't met the right boy. I'm sorry. I know that sounds really
Oh,
misogynistic.
dude,
I don't care.
I totally
I'm
disagree
fucking
with you.
correct.
I just
I'm
want to put
fucking
it on
correct.
air. Mike the Southerner totally disagrees with Pete on this.
I'm not saying all, but I'm saying some women, like that girl who you just showed me a picture of.
No.
Do you think she
Maybe.
enjoys? Listen to the question. Just the question I'm about to pose to you. Do you think she enjoys sexual attention from men? Enjoys or utilizes sexual attention from men?
I neither can confirm or deny this.
See, if women are into women for different reasons, why does she have to dress exactly like
Like
that?
a boy. Yeah. Yeah.
If women are into different, if women are into women, like there's this
Do you have one of those
fucking
next
annoying,
buttons?
really unattractive
one of those
female
next
that I know.
Next.
But you understand what I'm saying? There are some females, and I know this from actual personal experience.
Well, I guess the good thing is
'Cause
only
I've-
58
number one-
people listening. So it
Right,
really
but
doesn't
number
matter what
one,
I say.
I've dated enough lesbians, so calm the fuck down. Number two,
I'm like, thank
At
God,
least
like,
at least two women who have been in a relationship, not just fucked, who have been in a relationship with, were so sworn off men anymore before I fucking got to you. So shut the fuck up, number one. Number two, no guy has ever been so mad at women that he decided to suck a penis.
No shit, right? Like,
I'm done with men for now. Maybe a girl, I'm interested, and so I just kind of warm up to a girl, and she hits on me the right way, and she doesn't have to be all that pretty.
that's
She just has an energy about her.
My wife.
No guy has ever approached me with energy when I'm mad at a bitch and gone like, you know what? I'm going to suck his dick. No guy has ever fucking done that. We are different sexually. We are just different sexually.
And women are the same way. The majority of women, you talk to my wife, for example, and she's just like, there has never been a thought. Like, it's disgusting to her. Like how girls in high school and college can like kiss each other, and then like all that. Like she is me completely turned the opposite way. Like she that is never happening in her life.
Right.
There's no questions about it. She's not homophobic at all. It's just that is just not what she will do.
Right.
You know, it's like...
But let me specify what I said again. I'm not saying that lesbians' ass don't exist.
I know.
I have lesbian very close to me in my family.
But most of them aren't looking like her. I have to agree.
Thank you very much.
I agree.
I'm sorry, but like, here's another example.
Here's another example. Go to a gay bar? The only ones you remember and the only ones that are rude are the big ass bull dyke fucking chicks.
Well,
the last time I went to go see you perform as Midnight Febreze, which
at the Stud.
That's one thing I don't like.
Which one did you see me perform? Which
both.
one? I've performed a number of times. So you saw me the first two, the one where I almost threw up, and then the one
where you
pulled
a knife out of you?
Yeah. God,
which was fantastic.
Weird.
I mean,
thank you, sir.
I wasn't talking about just talking about
my
night
God.
in general. The only problem that night was like where I was standing. I was standing on some steps, watching you or whatever, and we kind of had like 4 steps for like everybody.
Right.
We were fine. We had some tall guys, some short guys.
Right.
What's her name was with us, and
do you want me to cut that out?
Sure.
Okay, hang on.
No one knows. I mean, if you fucking know this voice, you know who the fuck I'm talking about when I say my wife, so it's no big deal.
Okay. So then don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. But we're standing there, and the only people we end up having a problem with that night are these 3 or 4 dyke chicks standing in front of us that want to come crowd us and then start being all rude and shit. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I wasn't in your way. Now you're fucking invading my space. Giving me fucking elbows and shit. And you're like,
the Ghetto Boys?
You want to get treated like a woman?
Remember the Ghetto Boys? So the Ghetto Boys said a wonderful thing. They said, because real gangsta-ass niggas don't flex nuts, because real gangsta-ass niggas know they got them. And real gangsta-ass lesbians sometimes need to flex nuts because they don't know they have them. So that's number 1. Number 2, to go back to my other rant, there are women, like there's Anne Heche's and there's Ellen DeGeneres'. You understand? Ellen DeGeneres never, ever thought about dating Harrison fucking Ford.
Yeah, no.
But Anne fucking Heche did.
I tell you what, Ellen. I want to see Ellen stand up because I think she's good from people that have talked about her. I have no idea.
I don't know. I think she's a funny person,
but she's a New Orleans girl, so I'm down.
Right. I think maybe the how she's turned. I don't know. I saw her on the latest season of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, and she seemed a little like, I don't want to make fun of anybody. People have feelings.
Well, it's because she's making a fucking $1 billion being the white Oprah.
Yeah.
Do you think she'd have the platform she has if she wasn't a lesbian?
No, but
real question.
I do think it took balls to come out when she did. I don't think it takes balls anymore, but I think it took balls back then.
Definitely doesn't.
No. Lindsay's here to say this is privilege. Shut up, bitch. I'm fucking I have a lot of gays around me. I know what the fuck is up. Shut up. The jig is up. You're not gonna get my fucking violin anymore, bitch. Oh, it's so sad. Someone made fun of me. I've been made fun of my entire fucking life. Suck a dick.
Look, I'm gonna accept you or I'm not, and it's not because you're gay or because you're lesbian or because you're trans. I'm looking at you as a human being, which reminds me. So I just got new eyeglasses and sunglasses, and I'm at my optometrist. And the girl that's helping me for, 3 different sessions, sweetheart, she was really nice with me and everything. Right. Helped me out. Not one time anything crossed my mind. She's just another normal human being, female.
Sure.
Whatever. And I went to go pick one of the pairs up that were ready, and I had my niece and my wife with me. It was right around my birthday. And we go in, and she's helping me, and again, nothing. Treating me like a normal human being. And we end up making dinner for all the nieces that night, and trans people came up. And apparently in Santa Cruz County you have trans people come to high schools and talk about being trans and their transition and everything.
Sure.
I don't know how I feel about that shit.
Sure.
To 12-year-old and 14-year-old girls.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
Anyway, they both bring up that the girl that's helping me at the optometry office is trans.
Okay.
And I both looked at them and I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
At all. But now you just ruined it.
What do you mean ruined?
Because now I'm going to treat her a little differently.
Because you feel
and
like...
it's not because I'm not treating her human.
Right.
It's because I'm fucking curious.
Ooh, that's a good point.
And I want to know.
That's a very good point.
So now,
that's a
instead
very good
of going
point.
in there and just treating her like any old person,
right.
Curiosity's got the cat. I don't know if she is or she isn't.
Sure.
So now my wife and niece are like, oh, well, did you see this? Did you see this? No, I didn't give a fuck the first time.
Right.
Because I treat, to my knowledge, everyone that I meet as a human being.
Sure.
And now I'm going in there and I'm looking for telltale signs, and I'm like, why? And it's not going to change the way I treat that person.
Sure.
As in she's a human being. She has the right to do whatever she wants, and I'll support her.
Right.
But now I have this curiosity in me, and it was funny because we brought this up with a wife of mine's best friend, and she was around. You ever been to Asia SF?
Yeah. No, but I know about it.
Okay. Well,
we have some mutual friends who really enjoy it.
We should totally go one night. I love it. It's a great place.
I don't want to be.
Anyway, so hold on. So we talked to this friend of ours, and we're telling this story, and she's like, "Oh my god, I remember when you." So they took me to Asia SF for my birthday. We get do the whole limo thing there, and we're there, and all this bullshit.
Right.
Well, they told me about it before I got there, instead of just letting me experience it. Again, the dumbest thing to do to me. I'm curious as a fucking cat.
Sure.
This chick who was born a male, was waiting on us. She was a fucking 10.
Sure.
And I am sitting there in awe.
But
gawking at her.
But can Asians really be a 10?
No, it wasn't an Asian.
I just had to say the joke. I'm sorry, everybody.
It wasn't an Asian.
That's very problematic of me, by the way.
It was a black person.
Oh, really?
Oh, my... Dude, this chick was fire, dude. So then it gets me all curious. And
Vivica A. Cox?
So unfortunately, this is before I got sober, so I am coked out of my brains.
Sure.
Drinking,
right.
Having a good time, and I'm curious. And I was being polite because I was always taught to be polite.
Sure.
And I like, hey, can I ask you some questions?
Right.
It's like, sure, honey, whatever. And because I was being polite to her, I'm like, hey, look, are you really a dude? And she's like, well, no, but I was born a guy. And I was like, are you fucking serious? She's like, but like, it was one of those things where I was giving her a compliment without trying to give her a compliment, and she understood. Like, okay, I'm dealing with a young boy here who's never been around this. He's being polite to me. Maybe I can advocate for this guy to change his mind.
Sure.
And she was so smoking hot, but I'm like, so do you get a penis?
Right.
And she's like, yes. She's like, I haven't had the transition yet. And I'm like, how do you have a penis? Like, you got breasts. They're almost hanging out. And you smell like a girl.
Right.
Your face does not have a hint of a girl at all. Like, you're little, you're smaller than me.
You mean a hint of a guy?
Right.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind.
She blew.
But it was just that whole thing of
Right.
curiosity. So now I'm going back to the doctor's office, and it has nothing. I'm not. If you're looking from the outside in, I would not say you'd see me treat this girl differently. Mm-hmm. But now it's that curiosity because I don't know,
Right?
And I want to know, and
So-
I think maybe if I knew, maybe it'd be different.
Right.
But
Well, I
now
think-
it's curious, and I almost don't want to. Like, I'd rather not know.
There was
Because, like,
once-
my wife does that to me all the time. She notices gay people and transgender people when I am so oblivious.
One time, I went to get a STD test, and the girl who was helping me out had one of those arms that is like
cerebral palsy.
But it's no, she didn't have. Well, maybe she had a version of it. I don't really know.
Maybe.
But she had one of the arms that everything else was. Sorry, but regular. It was normal.
Yeah.
But her arm was like kind of curved up and back, right?
Yeah.
But she had to put the little thing into my urethra, so she held my dick with the weird,
What kind
like,
of fucking
I don't know.
STD test are you
I don't
getting,
know. It was
dude?
like 10 years ago. I don't remember.
fucking stick
I don't
in your
remember.
urethra?
In my urethra.
What the fuck, dude?
Anyway, it stands out in my head because she touched my dick with the weird, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, this is weird, right? So, okay, here's why I bring that up. I think it's a natural human inclination to go,
To be curious.
That's weird. This is
Well,
interesting. This is not
is.
normal.
It is.
Not normal, but normal in that this is not my everyday experience. I am curious about this. It's interesting to go, hey, bitch, what happened to your hand? Like, or like,
Well, no,
this
no,
is
no.
weird.
It's,
You know what I mean?
hey,
Like, what happened?
What, I see something's wrong. What happened? And I think the people that are fearless and can ask those questions are children. And
Or Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah. I love when you see a little child
Right.
acknowledge, because I think a lot of people with disabilities and not mental, but like disformations and stuff like that
Sure.
get ostracized by society because pompous assholes
Sure.
that, I'm thinking of a white liberal female telling their kid don't stare and just pulls them away, and it's like,
Right.
well, how about we just step back and let the child
Right.
engage with this person, because that person exists. They're
Well-
a human
well,
being,
then
and they're
maybe-
living with this.
All right.
And if the kid wants to know, hey, why do you have a short arm? What's wrong with that? Nothing. In my opinion, nothing at all. I'll let my child ask that question.
Right.
And then hopefully we can...
Well, to bring it back around, maybe that's what the trans girls are doing at the high school, is cutting it off
is.
ahead of
And-
saying,
And as I'm
here's what
talking
this
to you
is.
about all that, I'm like, okay, maybe,
But
maybe I am down with it.
What I don't, I'm okay with that, I guess, as long as they share it.
It's a
Here's
slippery
my
slope.
experience.
It's a very slippery slope for me.
I don't
because
think that the girls who are going to high school to share about trends are sharing about their experience. I think they're probably speaking from this is all the trend. This is one version. Like there's a weird
you don't know.
authority.
We don't know.
Man,
that.
we don't know. But
We don't
I have a feeling
because that night they were sharing about the girl that was
sharing
at the high school. She had been transitioned already, and she shared what she went through.
Right.
My only thing on it is for instance, somebody like me, I'm feeling bad and I'm feeling uncomfortable, and if I find a group of people that make me like accept me and get me to feel comfortable,
Right.
I'll run with them for long enough time,
Right.
and figure out, okay, this isn't my pack or
Sure.
this isn't my herd,
Right.
and change. But what happens to the mentally, somebody that's in that transformation, they're in adolescence. They're not sure of themselves.
Right.
And they get pushed by this group that's very accepting because they're odd or they're different.
it creeps.
And then all of a sudden,
Right.
5 years down the road, it's like, well, I'm actually not trans.
Right.
Like push, like not a lot. I think it's child abuse.
Right.
Like I hear this, like very young kids giving hormones and shit. Like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like let them grow up. You know, let them go through what they have to go through and make the decision when they're able to make a decision. Right. And I see the other argument for it. It's just, you know, you're so uncomfortable having to live in this body. And I don't know that, but I know what uncomfortability feels like. And I've done lots and lots and lots of things to harm people because of I feel uncomfortable at
and
a
harm
moment in time.
myself.
But sometimes it's irreversible.
Right.
And
like a DUI crash.
well, killing somebody's irreversible. You know? And I don't know, man. It's just one of those things where it's just like let's let it play out. You know?
Right.
Let's not do anything drastic
Or at
because
least,
we can't turn stuff around.
Right. Let's I
If you
I
want
at
to dress
least
in
want
girls'
people
clothes
to
and
wait.
you're a little boy, fantastic. 100% support you.
I want people
If
to
you're a
wait
little-
until they're 18.
If you're a little girl and you want to wear boy clothes, fuck, good, great. I adored tomboys. They were the coolest fucking chicks in the world when I was a teenager. Well, not teenager, probably younger, like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Because some of them were cute, but they played sports with us.
Right.
Like, they were cool. They
And
were
then
down.
there'd be
They were
little
one of
like
the guys.
there'd be little like sex games. There'd always be like weird little.
Fucking okay.
I actually remembered this the other day.
Totally.
There was, I don't know if my brother remembered. There was like some family friend that we
Playing
were all
with
hanging out,
pee-pee.
and
That's
I'll wait to share any of those stories until Will comes on the show. But we
Hey Willie,
we
I
had,
haven't met you, but I do want to meet you.
Can you tuck? If you can tuck, you're in. Don't worry. But
I do have a small frame.
yes. But there was this family friend. I think we were probably like 7. We were probably 6 or 7, and she comes out of the shower because we were over at her house, and like opens the towel and flashes us, and then runs away. Like it was like, whoa, like oh, you know what I mean? There was like this weird, God, man.
So I
Little,
showed
it's so weird, man. That
I
sex shit when
remember-
you're a kid is so strange.
for the longest time, people nicknamed me One Nut, blah blah blah,
Right. Yes, I'm aware of what
because
rhymes with
I
it.
showed my genitalias to some chick at the baseball field.
I don't like that you
and-
had an S on the end of genitalias. Are you a fucking
And it was just
tentacle?
fucking hilarious because it's one of those things where like she was perfectly fine with it
right?
until
How old were you?
9, 10, 11 years old.
it multiple times?
Probably. No, but I was 9, 10 years old.
All right.
Um,
Wait, and then
and-
later on in life, she
then she started the rumor because I pissed her off. Girl, I was always tight with some chicks,
Believe old
and then you piss them off, and then like, one of my good friends
believe
in,
old women.
in grammar school, I pissed her off, and that was the worst thing I did. She just went and told her brothers and her dad and shit that I said that I didn't say. And next
Right.
thing you know, I'm in the
Believe
principal's office, and we're both in there. We're friends.
right.
And she's just looking at me with this smile on her face, like, got your back. I'm like, you fucking cunt.
Right.
Like, do you see what's going on? Your brothers are going to fucking kill me.
Right.
And for years,
Believe old women.
her older brother never, ever forgave me. And
Right.
her older brother could not stand me.
Right.
But I was friends with the second to oldest. And we always ran around together. But yeah, and her dad, I could not go to her house if her
Right.
dad was home.
Right.
Because she told her dad that I called her a whore, which I didn't. We were like best friends, but she was mad at me one day.
Believe old women. Yeah.
What?
I keep saying believe all women because I want people who believe that to burn. I'm in a weird mood.
You are in a weird mood. And my ears
This is
are
probably a good reason why
burning, man.
I don't know if I should have a gun at all.
I love
Let's talk about guns. Let's talk about guns. Guns are wonderful. How often do you get to go to the range? Do you want to not talk about guns?
Yeah, no, I'm down with guns.
okay. all
I'm
right.
down with
Let's
guns.
talk about guns.
People in America do not give a shit about life. They only care about ideology, and the ideology of fucking
You're taking a weird
anti-gun
left
is
turn.
the
What are you
thing.
saying? Hang on. Give me a Lindor. What are you saying?
People in America do not give a fuck about life. They care about their ideologies.
Okay.
and that's across the board, and I can name all kinds of different fucking.
Oh, okay. So
references
you're
and
saying
shit.
this is in reference to guns.
Two guns.
Gotcha.
Look,
I'm gonna go dark chocolate now.
Do we have a problem with guns? Maybe.
Right.
It's a weapon that kills, but whatever.
Sure.
There's more DUI homicides. There's more homicides to drugs and alcohol.
Sure.
Than guns, but
Well, let's think about, should we compare ourselves to other countries? Let's ask ourselves that. Should we compare ourselves to other countries? I think in some instances, yes. In some instances, no. Because we're a different culture.
What do you want to
than
compare?
England. Because sometimes people who are super anti-gun say, well, this is the only country that this happens. Okay.
Well, guess what? We're not in the streets fucking rioting like Paris is right now.
True.
You know
There's
why?
also a whole lot of...
You know why? Because we have guns.
You know, it's also... Do you remember the thing that happened in England? Got
Which
rid
one?
of guns in London. Got rid of guns, and then they had to. There's so many stabbings, they had to ban knives. Assholes! But they're posh and they're
We're too big.
Dancing is
We're
fun.
too big and we have too many guns. Period.
Sure.
You can't ban them. Go ahead, ban them. Find out what happens.
Obviously, we're not going to
that
do that.
shit.
I mean, young high schoolers
But
who
honestly,
need attention believe that, but everyone else doesn't.
How is the gun laws gonna fix it? Like every gun, like the whole fucking bullshit in Las Vegas.
Sure.
It didn't stop him.
What do you mean?
He still did it. There's laws against it. You know, like
I think he
there's
got
laws
his guns
against it.
legally, though.
Totally. Like, okay.
Oh, no, I mean, did he get... Wait, did he have any illegal guns, though?
I don't think so. I think they were all legal. But I'm just saying, like, you still can't do what he did. He still did it. It doesn't fucking like.
Right.
I don't know how to describe. Like,
I think part of what it is that once you break the seal, there's just people who want attention really bad, and mental illness is a motherfucker. Like when you're sick and when fear gets a hold of us for long enough,
I guess it's
it
good
makes
I
it
don't have
amazing.
guns out here.
Fear is an amazing, amazing thing. Not amazing good, just amazing. It is incredible what fear will do.
I never dreamed of, like, I've dreamed of committing suicide many times.
Sure.
I'm very open about that. I've had, I mean, this time 5 years ago, suicide was 100% on my mind.
Sure.
And I wanted to do it.
Right.
And I could not physically carry it out. And it wasn't because I wasn't mentally tough enough. It was because I was so physically ill and sick that I could not do it.
Right.
And I never dreamed of using a gun. You know, I've always thought of different ways of doing it because I'm a coward. And I don't want to...
What were the ways?
What were
If you
the
don't mind
ways?
me
So, like, the other day... this would be good. So the other day, I'm driving home.
Sure.
And there's a big train trestle right by my house.
A trussel? Now, please explain a trussel.
You don't know what a fucking train trestle is?
Nigga, I don't know what the fuck trussels
It's
are.
a bridge.
I'm not for
for a
fucking Santa
train.
Cruz, son. I don't know what the fuck.
There's train trestles all over the...
We'll call it a train bridge, son. I'm fucking... God damn it.
So there's this train bridge, right?
I'm sorry.
And
It's a weird episode.
And I'm feeling a little uncomfortable as I'm on the way home. And I'm like, God damn, man. I just sometimes want to stop. I just want to stop my mind.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if it ever
Oh,
got
yeah.
bad enough, that would be a great spot. I could just walk from my house down the train tracks, get a toe strap. Do you know what that is? Or a tie down strap. Jesus Christ! And you call yourself a man.
You're saying, toe strap, like you're strapping something to, like a bed. Why you call it? Why would you call it a toe strap? Call it a fucking strap. Don't get on my ass, fucking.
Well, okay.
I brought you Lindor
tie
truffles,
down
you son of a
with
bitch.
with the little ratchet winch, right?
Yes.
You just loop that shit. Make sure the pin's open. Put it around your neck. Put the other side on top of the trestle, and go bungee jumping. And boom, I'm on display for everybody.
Yeah.
And that was one of the most recent.
Is there an
Mostly-
unselfish way to kill yourself?
Totally, dude.
So here's the thing. I feel
Car
like
accidents.
train wouldn't be the way to do it.
Car accidents.
Okay.
Car accidents for sure. I mean, you could easily accidentally go off the fucking road.
Right.
You know, ramp. Like, but the only
That would
problem
be
is,
really painful.
fuck it.
And you might not die, though. You might not die.
That's the problem. You want to die.
Because you get every bone in your
But
body
then-
broken, and then
but-
you they
but
keep
then
you
the-
alive for 7 days, and then you die.
Then one of the other ones was
I'm gonna share this story.
Police suicide. So come out,
Yeah.
guns drawn at the police, and let them just take me out because I'm a coward.
I feel like they should go for knees first. I mean, maybe are
See,
they
you're not a
trained
law
not to?
enforcement.
I know,
You're
I
not-
know. We could get into that, but I'm going to share this story real quick because sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, I've shared the scissor story. It's not my story. I'm going to share a different story that's not my story, but someone shared it with me. There is a friend of mine
Please.
who works at, she's an EMT, and she shared this story about this old man who decided that he was going to kill himself. And so he got a shotgun, and he went into his driveway and shot himself in the face. The problem is that he just took off his face, and so he's not dead. And by the time the EMTs get to him, he's searching around on the floor for the gun, and he can't find it. He's still alive, screaming, looking for the gun. And so they had to, because their EMTs get the gun away from him and wrestle him down and subdue him, and then hold him in the hospital for 7 to 10 hours until he died.
Have you heard the one from Bob D's friend?
No.
Very similar situation. This guy lived in Las Vegas, and I'll save the for anonymity. Anyway, lived in Las Vegas. It got painful, and he was sober for a really long time. Started taking meds, and stopped doing what his spiritual practices.
Right.
And what the autopsy and coroner report showed is he was standing in the mirror, shot himself in the face, didn't kill himself, fell to the ground, similar to what you said, but was able to get to the gun and fired a second shot to kill himself in the middle of the hallway. How much pain are you in that you're willing to take that second shot?
Right.
I mean, there's that guy in Burlingame. Have you met him?
Mm-hmm.
The one with half a face?
Yeah.
And it sucks, man. Like, the whole suicide thing, like, me and a buddy, I just did all that Movember stuff, trying to raise money.
Right.
And the only reason I did it this time was because my buddy's 503c started donating to mental health and suicide prevention, which I personally do not believe that money will fix suicide.
Right.
At all. But I'm not an expert.
Sure.
And I've never turned money down.
Sure.
So if we raise money and we give it to medical experts and all those people, and they can do something that I don't know of, fantastic. But the next one is in February, and it's something called Are You Okay? It's something that was started out of Australia. And it's a situation where you call 10 friends and you get a friend to call 10 friends and whatnot. And what you do is you call those 10 friends and you ask them if they're okay. And you talk about mental illness and suicide for, anywhere between 5 and 20 minutes. And it's just one of those things where you're opening it up and getting people to share. And I think that is the key to preventing suicide more than anything. I'm very open about it. My family does not like me talking about it. But that doesn't matter. Because what I've found is the more I talk about it and the more I can talk about it as soon as I have the thought,
Right.
the better it is. The
Sure.
the less likely that it's going to come to fruition.
Right.
I mean, I've been at the golf course before. And something happened financially to me. And all of a sudden that happened, and I feel less than and just feel like shit about myself.
Right.
In the blink of an eye. I mean, it goes from, this mantic, everything's great, to like, the world's over, I'm this age, thinking just, the worst things you can think of. Like, I'm doing everything, I'm literally chasing my dream.
Right.
But because I feel bad at that moment, I look at it and be like, I start comparing myself to others.
Right.
Because I'm the age that I am. I'm not making the, I'm not making the money. I'm not the person that is the knight in shining armor or whatever. Which I mean, people would argue different views of that or whatever.
Sure.
But I have the thought, and it's just like, I can just take this piece of equipment over the cliff right here.
Right.
And then I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm standing on the cliff just thinking, like, I can just swan dive and end all this right now. And luckily I don't have any children, but, like, there's very little, like, I can get in a dark place really quick.
Absolutely.
But the thing is like, I found sharing it and laughing about it has given new life. And usually what ends up happening is you find out there's other people that have those same thoughts.
Right.
And we can open up about it, and I think that's really what it is.
Exactly. So for me, this I'm gonna agree with you. Here's my experience. When I bring it to people who think the way I think, and it's always scary. I don't want to share it, and then I'm like, here's what I'm thinking. It's not comforting when someone, in a therapeutic sense, goes, "Oh yes, this is very interesting. Why don't you try XYZ?
We need to protect you." No, bitch, you don't need to fucking protect me.
No, here's what I need. I need someone to go, "Oh yeah, me too. I had that same thought a few weeks ago, and now let's go help somebody else." I need to share my shit with somebody else who relates. I don't need it to be with a fucking expert, goddammit. And then I need to, turn my attention to other people.
And this is where I find it really bad is you put yourself on an island and you might grow up in a situation where you can't talk about certain things because your family might be of some you're good in the community, or you have money, or you have status, and we can't bring a tarnish to the family name, and we got to keep everything hush hush.
Right.
And honestly, those are the guys I see that have committed suicide.
Right.
And it's crazy. I just had a little cousin commit suicide in October, and it's tragic because it's just like, fuck, man, we just need to talk about this shit. Like, how do we get to a level? And it's just like, look, I hid it. 5 years ago, I was hiding it. I didn't want anybody to know that I was suicidal, and I wanted to end my life. And I hanging on by threads.
Right.
And I hid it. I hid it great. I could post on social media, me in a suit with an award, and I'm flying here. I'm flying. I looked at when the little cousin committed suicide, I was very upset because the parents kept it hidden. And I looked at it, and I went back to my journey, and I saw what my stage character was portraying to the world. And I took, 7, 8, 9 flights in the matter of like the last 2 months of me, posting that, oh, I'm doing great in business, I'm traveling here, I'm partying, I'm having fun.
Right.
Meanwhile, literally dying on the inside.
It's so.
And then you get sober, and people meet you with force. Family met me with force, and didn't think that it was a good thing, and didn't want to know about it. Didn't want me to tell anybody about it. Didn't want me to help friends of theirs.
Right.
It's like, you don't talk to them about that. You're not supposed to know. I'm like, but that's
a New Orleans thing too. Y'all are a weird people, man.
Yeah,
y'all are a weird people.
But you know what. Quenches that thirst of them? Death.
Right. That'll do it. I think
there's been so many deaths.
It's so comforting
last 5 years
to hear that stuff. It's comforting to hear. Like, that's maybe it's just because I'm twisted or whatever, but I think it's also just that, like, I really appreciate hearing the weird, dark shit because it's real. You know what I mean? Even on podcast episodes, there are many times where I'm sitting and talking to somebody, and it's not bad, but it's just like, here's this person I am, or here's this thing I believe, and it's it's as real as we're all at being as honest as we can. But like at a certain point, it's just like, okay, like this is this character that I'm putting forth, and it feels good to just be like, hey, listen, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not, I'm not doing okay, or I'm not, understand what I'm saying?
And I have friends and family that that hide things,
right?
But I know everything they're hiding. I don't know that they know that I know everything. Like, I have a weird...
Are we going back to Asia SF?
No. Real life, bad stuff that happens, and you keep the stage character going, and you lie to your children, and you omit to the family because you feel ashamed.
That's some learned shit. That's some learned family shit, isn't it?
I don't know. No.
I think generation teaches the fucking next generation. Because I think you can teach your fucking kids to not be fucking scared little assholes and share that shit.
And it breaks my heart in a sense because I gotta tiptoe around some people because they think I'm offensive and they don't like how open I am and different things like sharing certain jokes is not okay and like I'm supposed to be this perfect person and blah blah blah, and it's like, I'm sorry, I am not a perfect person. I'm not trying to be a perfect person.
Right.
But I'm going to be reasonable. And I'm going to meet you in the middle wherever we're going. You know, if I'm out of line, I'm out of line. I'm going to change my behavior. But I'll meet you in the middle anywhere. But I see these people that, like, are having to hide the skeletons in the closet. And it's like, especially of lately, I know these people... And I gotta talk around about it and anonymously about it, but it's like, I know you have skeletons. Do you understand if we could just share, like, how much better off you'd be?
Right.
You know, like, as it is, I know what your skeletons are, and I love you more.
Right.
Prior to knowing those skeletons, I thought you were the biggest fucking pompous asshole. Like, get off your fucking high horse.
I don't know why you're pointing at me right now.
and I'm sorry, I can't live up to your standard.
Right.
And prior to that, I'd get so mad because I could not live up to your standard. But your standard's false. It's 100% false. And why do we need to pass on this ideology of being perfect?
Right. See,
and hide it.
That's what I'm saying. It's passed on. It's learned shit. It's
and
learned
now,
shit.
But the thing is the parents of the people that I'm talking about did not pass that on, and maybe they did because I was actually having this conversation, and this is a big thing with Trump, right? You look at Trump. I was listening to Ari Shafir the other night on the way home from San Diego, and his podcast, the State of the Union podcast. You should listen to it.
Okay,
give you a lot of good food for thought. But he's talking about the past presidents compared to Trump. He's not a Trump supporter. This friend of his, David Smith, I think is his name. And he's not a big supporter of Trump. I don't know that he's a supporter at all of Trump.
Sure.
He claims to be a libertarian, and he sways way Democrat on a lot of issues.
Sure.
But he's fiscal conservative.
Right.
Well, then he started bringing up the record of lives. And this is the tie-in to what I was saying with the guns. When you look at how many lives have been lost across the world due to U.S. occupation, hence Yemen, where 1.1 million women and children, and I guess some men, have died of cholera. And all it would take is a phone call to Saudi Arabia and change some things around, and we would be saving those people in Yemen. And he starts talking about his history, and we're not talking long back. We're just talking Obama, Clinton, Bush. And out of all these people, the least amount of people have died under Trump's watch.
Right.
And he's like, if we're really looking for the greater good, we hate this son of a bitch because of the way his mouth works.
Right. Exactly.
But if he talked and orated like Clinton or Obama,
right,
we would love him even if he killed fucking people.
Right.
You know, and it's just like the whole gun thing. Like, we're really... What are you... Get off your goddamn phone.
Look at this.
What?
So this is U.S. Customs Border Protection use of tear gas, fiscal year 2012 to 2018. 2012 tear gas incidents at the border were 26. 2013, 27. 2014, 15. 2015, 8. 2016, 3. 2017, 18. 2018, 29.
So talk smooth to me and do whatever the fuck you want. Like, you know what? As long as you fucking tuck me into bed and tell me...
devil.
Just tuck me into bed, tell me you love me, and make it look like you're perfect.
Right.
and kill as much as you want and do whatever the fuck you want, and I'll support you.
Right.
Same thing with the friends and family I'm talking about.
Right.
Like, you can look up to me, you can idolize me. I'm perfect. I don't have any skeletons.
What's the word? Don't challenge me.
Well, yeah. Oh, if I brought this shit up to this person,
Right.
no good. But I understand that. I'm not going to bring it up. But at the same time, like, we need to teach children that you make mistakes in life.
Mm-hmm.
And that it's perfectly fine.
Right.
And we need to pick ourselves up. And
We're
need to move
supposed to be
forward.
doing. That's
And
what
we
up
gotta
and
be
down is.
practical.
You're not supposed to be fucking.
We got to be practical. Now, I understand at a certain level, if you have children, there's no reason to alarm your children of shit that they don't need to be alarmed about.
What if you have
there's
a- what if
certain
you have
ways
a-
to keep there's ways to keep secrets from your children so that they can live an innocent.
What if you picked
childhood.
up a live raccoon and you beat them while they're asleep onto their face with the live raccoon? It doesn't have to be like, it could be like a sleeping live raccoon. Like you could
Are
just
you fucking
you could
delirious right now?
tranquilize it and just beat them. Like, so it's warm blood, right? Like if you break the raccoon's nose on your child's like eye bone and it just sprays raccoon blood on their face and they're screaming, and maybe the raccoon like starts to wake up, but it's making this weird like cow noise because it's not awake. It's and you're just beating your child. You think that? No.
What the fuck, dude? I'm trying to actually like be serious here.
You don't know I'm not being serious. You see, people. This is what you get from conservative.
But the whole
Yes,
whole
sir.
gun
I'm sorry.
thing.
Yes, the whole gun thing.
I love shooting guns.
When did you? How old were you when you started shooting? Because that's a fucking New Orleans thing. Shit, y'all are like in
A
diapers.
child?
Right. Did you go hiking and like shooting out in the woods?
Well, we
Or
had
did you go to
some
the range
family-
first?
We had no, we didn't go to a range to shoot first. It was in the backyard.
Fuck. Jesus Christ.
So-
Okay, it's a very different California experience.
Totally. So they lived in the country.
In country.
They were the coon asses.
You're
you
not
know?
eating any of these Lindors. You understand that?
I just had dinner, dude. I'll eat some in a minute. And I ate like a whole bag of Hershey Kisses earlier.
All right.
Me and Eric killed them.
So you were coon asses.
Yeah, totally. Coon asses aren't
Is that
a
dirt
fucking
dick?
euphemism for black people either.
Right.
It's for fucking.
Is that
Cajun...
trash dick like you were saying? Trash dicks?
No.
You weren't
no,
trash dicks.
No. It's like hillbillies down south in the bayou.
Right.
You know, it's a term Edwin Edwards, a former governor of ours, made famous. Some people love it and cherish it and call themselves a coon ass and their family. It's like redneck Cajuns, you know.
Right.
But anyway, we go to this family members. They lived in a double wide.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'd go out there and we'd just shoot the guns in the backyard.
Okay. Did you confirm that there were
We
that
shot-
there
we
was
shot into the-
security and safety behind their backyard?
Yeah. My father was a former police officer. and
Okay.
everything,
Right.
so- But we would shoot. We would shoot into this dried up pond, and then we'd have fun shooting into that, and then as I got older, we got bigger and funner guns.
Okay. What was the first one? Do you remember the first one you ever shot?
Yeah, it was a 357 Magnum, old school revolver. Got some pop, can knock you down.
What is? Oh, okay. I thought you was just
I
saying.
don't like it, though.
Soda is like.
It's only 6 shots, 5 or 6. I think it's 6 shots.
What's the biggest gun you've ever shot?
Raging Bull 454.
Okay, what's that like? Is that like so? It's not as
Like
big as a
stick
Desert
of a-
Eagle.
Bigger.
What do you mean 450? I thought a Desert Eagle was .50.
Look it up. It is. It's
So
we
what-
actually had this conversation. Or
not
had
on
this
not on the
conversation.
podcast. What is it called?
It's a Raging Bull by Taurus.
According to Wikipedia, the
Oh
Raging Bull
my
is a
God.
revolver manufactured by the Brazilian Taurus International Firearm Company.
Holy shit! Barrel
So,
length 50.8.
So see that handle?
Jesus Christ!
If-
That's
if-
a
if
big
that- oh,
fucking
it's huge.
gun.
Okay,
at that.
all right. Let me tell you a
Look at
funny
that
story. Let me tell
goddamn
you a
gun.
funny story.
All right,
So,
do it.
My dad, very good friends of the family. It's my sister's first school dance.
We just got real country. Holy shit! Let me tell you a story about a gun. It was my sister's fall school dance. Son of a bitch. All right, go ahead.
100%. So this little dude, I don't know if it was. So I went to all boys school. She went to all girls school.
Okay.
That's how it was down there. And it was her formal dance, and little boy was coming to pick her up. Little boy's name was Ran.
Okay. Should you share that?
Who gives a fuck? No, I don't know if that's his name or not.
Look at that
We'll call
long
it Ran.
fucking barrel. Is it that long barrel?
Yeah, it sounds like a stick of dynamite.
Son of a
It's
bitch.
humongous, dude.
Holy shit.
So my dad's buddy comes over, who's arguably a gun nut.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic dude. School teacher.
Okay.
Middle school teacher. And power lifter. Big old burly son.
Sure.
Always had guns with them. Big old gun safe, and you went to his house, and he'd always show you his new, latest, greatest guns.
Now, I have a question. Was he in New Orleans, in Louisiana? Are you allowed to... Because I heard in some... what was it? Trace Adkins, he got one of his... a cop pulled Trace Adkins over one day, and he's like, I think I have a gun in the door, in the pocket of my car door. And he's like, and the cop's like, is it loaded? And Trace is like, is your gun loaded?
100%.
Because in most of the time you're supposed to keep the ammo in a separate, what I mean?
That's
Like,
fucking California liberal.
okay,
fucking
what about
idiots?
what about Louisiana?
Let me just bring a stick with me, because it's much easier to fucking shoot a stick at you than an unloaded gun where the bullets are in the fucking trunk. How the fuck am I going to defend myself with a gun if the fucking bullets are locked in the fucking trunk and the gun's sitting on my lap? I'm supposed to fucking hit you with it or throw it at you while you're fucking shooting at me? The dumbest fucking law I've ever heard of.
It is a
fucking
stupid law.
stupid.
So in Louisiana, it's not like that apparently.
Fuck no.
Okay.
33 round clips, fucking fully loaded, one in the chamber, ready to go. Let's rock and roll, buddy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, that's how I used to roll around. But
Okay.
anyway,
So he comes over. He's a middle school teacher.
he's a middle school teacher. I loved him. He's a power lifter, and his son, big time sports guy. His son ended up going the first guy out of this certain college to go to the major leagues. Huge ordeal. Just discipline, work hard, like
Man shit. Some man shit.
Dude.
Right.
Bob. That's not his name, but Bob was a fucking blowhard. No, he wasn't a blowhard. He was fucking hard.
Right.
And they were campers and bass fishermen. The fucking portrayal of Southern Louisiana. Fantastic people.
Right.
Sweetest people you ever met.
Right.
And so he just got the Raging Bull.
Okay.
That gun, that big ass gun.
Right.
Which is huge.
Late 90s, I think, right? Like you're saying?
Yeah, no, it's early 2000s.
Okay.
No, it might have been. Yeah, it could have been late 90s, actually.
Okay.
And, like, the composite that the handle of that gun is, like, you can't have a wooden handle because you would literally crush your bones when you shot the gun. Like, that's how big of a gun it is.
Damn it, I want to shoot this fucking gun.
Anyway, we,
remember we were hunting, I think we shot a 30, was it a 357?
I think it's 357.
Oh, that felt good.
It has nothing.
I know, but I'm just saying, even that.
The bullet is like that big for this Raging Bull. I'm pointing to my pinky finger, and that first line underneath where my knuckle is, that's how big the bullet is for a handgun.
Right.
So when you walk in the hallway to my home, you walk past the dining room, and then there's a living room.
Okay.
And when you come in, the wall where like...
Wait, why are we at your house already? Good God, this is going to be a weird story.
No, this is the kid's picking up my sister for the dance.
The kid... Oh, okay, he hasn't left for the dance yet. Gotcha.
No. My sister's at home. She's got a little dress on. He's supposed to come over, give her the corsage.
Middle school?
Take pictures.
High school?
High school.
Okay.
And there's a big blue armchair. And this is the hallway right here. So my dad's back is to the kid. Kid's walking down the hallway. The gun is at my dad's feet. Kid can't see the gun. Kid gets to the end of the hallway. My dad's still sitting down. My dad, being an intimidating asshole at the time, turns to the kid, tells him hello, doesn't stand up to shake his hand or anything. I thought this was fucking hilarious. My brother, me, and Bob are sitting on the other sofa looking at him. Bob is like 6'4", 300 pounds.
Right.
He's
big boy.
huge, and he wore some crazy facial hair,
Right.
like Mr. T style shit.
Right.
The gun's at my dad's feet. Turns to the kid, tells him hello, shakes his hand while sitting down. You like guns? And the kid's like, what? It's like, you like guns? He goes, I guess. He picks the fucking gun up and puts it on his lap, and the kid sees the gun, and he about fucking pissed himself and turned fucking ghost white. And it was just like me and my brother are like just sitting over there staring at him like, you fucking touch our sister, we'll fucking kill you. How horrible.
Christ. Fuck it. This is not a fun, quaint family story.
It like reminds me
of bad people. Like you're gonna cut him
No,
up.
it's like
Happy birthday to Dad.
it's like you fuck with her tonight.
Right.
It reminds me of Bad Boys when Martin Lawrence and Will Smith come to the door.
Okay. I've never seen Bad Boys.
You need to get wrapped in the head with this fucking putter. I'm showing you
It's
that
not
scene.
that classic. You can't fucking tell me that's that classic.
We're going to pull up that scene for after this podcast. Oh my god. Fill in. Let me
Apparently
pull
they're
this
going to make
fucking
another
shit up.
one.
I know, man. That's a fantastic movie.
Dude, I'm sorry, but Will Smith gets a bad fucking rap. I know he's corny and shit, but he's the shit, man. Him and fucking Tom Cruise. Will Smith and Tom Cruise are fucking badasses. I don't give a fuck. Him and Tom Cruise and Jackie Chan. Them motherfuckers are corny, and I love them to death. Tom Cruise, 58 million thousand fucking years old, is jumping from one roof to another because he's just doing it. He breaks his fucking leg being a fucking action star at 73 years old. Fuck yeah, Tom Cruise. God damn it. I'm just saying. I know the motherfuckers into
Can I play
Scientology
this
and
for you?
shit,
They'll be
but
able to hear it, right?
yeah, go ahead.
All right. It's
This
barely
is
2
the show.
minutes. This is the exact scene.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Mr. Burnett. I'm Reggie.
What you doing here?
Awful
I came to
acting.
take out Megan.
What?
I came to take out Megan.
How old are you?
I'm 15, Mr. Burnett.
Motherfucker, you look 30. Show me some ID.
I don't have none on me.
You don't have no idea. Get your ass up against that wall. What the fuck is your problem? You think you know it all? You little young Thundercats. You got joints on you? You smoke that shit?
No, sir.
You trying to get my daughter high? You smoke that shit?
Nigga, who that is,
That's
dog?
Reggie.
What's Will Smith
Who the
saying,
fuck is
nigga?
Reggie?
Came to take Megan out.
What you want, nigga?
I'm here to take his daughter out.
What's your name?
Reggie,
Well, no, I heard the motherfucker say your name, Reggie. You taking Megan out?
Yes, sir.
How old is you?
15.
Shit, nigga, you at least 30.
This is my...
You fight? You can fight. Oh, you motherfucker, you can't fight. Look at you.
Mike.
No, I want to know if the nigga. When somebody gonna take my niece out, I want to know if the nigga can fight. Somebody might come say something. The nigga can't fight. She can't go.
This is Megan's godfather, okay? He just got off the joint.
Why you putting all my
They call
business
him-
in the street? Why you
They
putting
call
all?
him-
I just got out of jail and I ain't going back.
Listen.
I ain't going back. What's wrong with you? You acting all scared, nigga. You ain't never seen a gun before.
Man, stop pointing the gun at the boy, man.
Nigga, look. Don't you disrespect me
All
in
right,
front of company.
all right, let the gun go off. You don't
Nigga,
have...
you a big old, tall, ludicrous looking motherfucker, ain't you? You rap?
No.
Move, nigga.
look.
Get out the way. See you on the highway. Get the fuck out of my way.
Hey, Mike. Now listen, have my daughter home at 10:01. If she ain't home at 10:01, I'm in the car, okay? Locked, loaded, and hunting your motherfucking ass down. Do you hear me?
And I'm
Pick
gonna
the
whip
fuck
her.
up, Reggie.
And if I'm there, you know what it's gonna be? Chitty, chitty, bang, bang, nigga. That's what it's gonna be.
Marcus! Oh, Reggie, baby, I am so sorry. Please forgive Megan's dad and his silly friend.
You a virgin? Yes. All right, keep it that way. Ain't gonna be no fucking that night.
Baby, the red shirt's nice. I like that. You guys have a good time.
You ever made love to a man?
No.
You want to?
No, sir.
Hey, have a good time, baby.
All right, good. All right.
You need to go.
That fucking... First things first. That mom's face, she is ugly as shit, dude. That mom's face. She looks like Desiree.
You don't have a little sister,
You gotta
do you?
be man, you gotta be one, you gotta be one.
You don't have a little sister, huh?
Will's kind of a little sister. Well, he's got a big sloppy puss. What do you want from me? But no, the other funny thing about watching that was watching you mouth the words. You fucking
I think that
Piece of
scene's
shit.
absolutely hilarious.
hilarious. It's hilarious.
But yeah, that was the biggest gun.
That was a big fucking gun. I think I'm gonna put that as one of the promos to the show. Is that big fucking raging bull?
Taurus
So
454.
you shot it before?
Yeah.
And it has a big mean kick.
Yeah, you gotta really...
Because I've seen...
Whoever you're going with has to teach you how to shoot that gun.
I want to shoot one of those fucking...
One of those is what you would do. You're at the range.
Right.
I got it. And you fucking start looking down like this, so you drop your head.
No.
You have the gun right in front of your face, and you know what happened? Boom!
Right.
And you knock your fucking self out.
Have you seen that video where that girl has she has a Desert Eagle? She actually hits it like it goes vertical up against her face. Yeah. Oh, that's fucking scary. Could have shot her.
One of my first times back home to New Orleans, my best friend was still living in Mobile, and we went to go see him to go out, and I picked up all my guns at home and brought them with me to Mobile because I belonged to this Mobile shooting center. And that's when 9mm ammo, if you got aluminum casings, was only $2, and it went up from $2.35 to $2.65 for a package of 50, which is crazy cheap.
What?
And I would shoot aluminum casing.
Holy shit, that's not bad. That's fucking good.
Not bad.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Good
You know how much it is now?
God. I know. That's what I remember buying bullets. It was like a fucking like 35 cents a bullet. Shit was expensive.
Yeah, no, it's expensive now. But that was aluminum casing, and I'd use that so you could shoot a lot. And like I had extended clips for every gun I had. So like the most was like 33 rounds. So I take my wife to Mobile Shooting Center because she's never shot before. We shot 2,000 rounds in an afternoon, just playing around with guns, and that was my introduction. Like, hey, baby, these are the guns. Let's go have some fun.
She seems like the type of girl who would be comfortable around large amounts of guns.
She's down with it.
Right. So I don't want to fucking. Maybe we should start wrapping up soon because I'm fucking dead as a motherfucker. But I don't know if I'm gonna be moving to New York like I've been talking about a lot. But
you need to.
I know.
You need to. Just do it.
Well, fucking, where are you cocksuckers at Patreon.com?
Fuck that. Stop a line.
I'm doing it myself. I'm fucking. Do you know how many fucking shifts I've been picking up? Daddy ain't been sleeping for shit. All right, I've been fucking working hard. I'm not saying poor me, goddammit. I'm just saying you cocksuckers. My fucking brother keeps knocking on my fucking Facebook. I want more episodes, bitches. How about give me fucking money? How's that sound? Daddy got to fucking work and make 2 podcast episodes a week. Suck my dick. Shit. Sorry.
You are tired, huh, baby?
I'm so cranky.
Suck it up, man.
But what was I saying? Oh, I was saying about girls, man.
You actually didn't say anything about girls.
Well, that's what I was thinking about saying, because I was talking with somebody else, like a little. I think it'd be nice to have like a relationship with like, I don't know if I'm into
a badass
relationship.
Bitch like my wife.
Just like a fucking. I want like a girl who's like open to fucking guns, country, like maybe like a nice little sicko little Trump supporter. Like that might be nice. That might be nice.
I know
Have
one.
you noticed?
You've had one on your show. I don't know if.
Yeah, I know. She's yeah. Anyway,
she's taken.
Right. But dude, there's a I guess the reason why I bring it up is because it's like
you don't actually want a Trump supporter.
No.
So the Trump
care.
supporter is the Trump supporter is like the fucking crazy ass liberal that's like to the far extreme side of the spectrum. Like you need somebody in that.
Here's what I don't.
Bell curve.
I'll rephrase what I'm
legit.
saying. I'll rephrase what I'm saying.
You want a down ass.
I don't want to date.
You want a down ass.
It's not what I want. I don't want to date a lot of the girls that I'm. You know what I mean? Like, sex is one thing, but like dating is like I don't want to date somebody who's like, you have to understand feminist theory, and you know.
Anybody that knows me,
I think Drake is really great. I just don't want to spend time with
anyone that knows
my
me.
time is so fucking valuable. I don't want to spend time with people who are not a down ass bitch. I need a down ass bitch. If you ain't a down ass bitch, fuck off. You know what I'm saying?
Can you believe that I met my wife in San Francisco?
So weird.
Of all places.
It's very strange.
Like, would you believe that we're the way we are?
No.
And our love started in San Francisco,
You
the
need to
fucking
stop.
most
You need to
liberal,
stop
crazy
making
fucking town.
noise the way.
But I love this city, man.
Yeah, it's all right.
I don't like.
It's all right.
I don't like their political views. I like
No.
to shit on them.
Right.
Like stop taxing me. Fuck.
Right. I'm not going to though. That's the thing is, it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse, and then
This text message tax. If this comes through, I don't know that I can stay here any longer.
I mean, that's the thing. I doubt it'll be a whole lot. It might be like 30 cents a month
the
for
principle,
yeah,
dude.
but they're just gonna keep wrenching it up. Listen, do you know how many people I'm
It's
sure
to
said?
counteract
Do you
other
know how
taxes
many
that they
people?
put in-
Do you know how many people said if they get rid of all the toll booth operators and they raise it to $5, I'm leaving the city. And then they did it anyway, and they wrenched it up to $7.25, and y'all motherfuckers are still here because
I'm
they're
not.
still gonna keep wrenching it up. And your
I am
balls,
not here.
Your balls are still gonna be underneath the boot, and it's. I'm not saying it's underneath the boot of like the system as much as just change and shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, a little bit under the system, and you know what?
Well,
what are you
people
gonna
don't have
fucking do
balls
about
anymore, man.
it? Yeah.
How many
That's part of
people
it.
fucking just decide they want to do something different and just fucking do it?
Like a podcast.
Or-
See, your host has balls, ladies and
Or
gentlemen.
going to work on a Thursday and saying, "Fuck you, I'm done."
Right.
I did that.
Right.
It's hard. It's scary as fuck. It's exhilarating too.
Hmm.
But you don't. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, how do you explain that? Like, I don't know. But yeah, too many people talk it and don't walk the walk. Just fucking move, man. Fuck
No,
it.
I will.
What's
I
the
will.
worst?
I got it.
You know, and the funny
But I
thing is
mean,
that I wasn't even talking about you. I was just talking in general to like
Right.
anyone out there.
Well, I think there is something to be said for, I just mean, I'm just venting about females, but like, I don't even think I'm necessarily in the space where I want a relationship anyway. But it would be nice to spend time with a chick who's like not somebody who I like have sex with, and then I'm like, I don't really like this person.
You
Or
want
like,
a best friend. You actually want a fucking best friend that you can just fucking share
But
your
like,
mind
I'm looking
with.
around the landscape, and I'm like, I'll fucking give my fucking cum to these people. Like, I don't want to make a baby with this bitch. I don't want to make a baby with this person. Like, where's the down ass bitches? Where the fuck? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just complaining. I'm sorry.
Not in the city,
It's my
man.
it's
You're
my
in the wrong
temporary.
place.
It's
You're
my
in the wrong
temporary.
place.
It's just my personal view right now while I'm tired. I was even
Get out of San
I think
Francisco.
Even like 2 days ago, I was
And
happy with some
and
female.
New York, you're not going to find anything better. By the way,
No,
if you're
I
in
think I will.
Manhattan.
I think I will.
if you're in Manhattan, no, you're not.
I think I will. Here's why. Because at least they're a more social creature. And at least they're a more upfront creature. At least it'll be the type of broad who's like, ma, 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 ma. I can handle that. It's the weird little like, you're not I'm a prince and you're feminist. I don't want to deal. It's not I can't deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. I'd rather get into a sparring match with a little Puerto Rican broad who's like, you're not supposed to. I'm like, bitch, I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. And all of a sudden you tame that lion. I'd rather tame lions than like have to coddle a lamb, get her home, fuck her, and realize, ugh, it's just pussy. Again, you've got nothing under the pussy. If you're not selling, like Patrice used to say, pussy's not all I want, unless that's all you got. And a lot of you girls, I'm sorry.
I don't know how I could date right now, dude. Like,
God, what a douche I am.
no, not really, dude. It's like I feel bad. Like, what's out there? Like, what happened to? What happened to?
Well, but here's what it is.
happened to
Really?
women?
What? No. Here's what happened to women. We stopped being men. It's our fucking fault.
Well,
boys, it's our fault. Where have all the cowboys gone? Remember that from the 90s? Where the fuck did we go? You know what I mean?
Am I a man?
I don't know. I can't answer that. That's your job.
I don't know. Your view on me.
Don't ask me that on
I
fucking
know.
podcast.
Why not?
Because even if your balls are supposed to come from you.
I know. I got my balls.
There you go.
I'm down. I don't know what happened to them.
Right.
I mean, I think they need a little slapping around.
Right.
You know, a little being told what to do. They like that.
There was I think I've talked about this on the podcast. There was a guy I went up to a couple of months ago, and I was like, hey, you know, because he's just a friend. I was like, hey, fucking, this girl just sent me this picture. You want to see it? And he was like, no, I'm good. Bitch ass
You
motherfucker.
talked about this
Bitch
before.
ass ugh. The
So I have
look.
two different views on that. I know men that are very, very much men
Okay.
of the highest caliber, and you would not want to fuck with them.
What does this mean? Where are you going? But they're prudish? What, are they protecting their privacy? Son, it's two dudes.
They would.
It's two dudes.
Hold on. And
Yes,
they would.
sir.
And they would totally do what that guy did. If anything, I know a couple of guys. This is mostly real men that have daughters. Totally, it changes everything.
Mother.
I'm thinking of one in my head.
Fuck.
I'm thinking of
that.
one in my head.
How about have the if you're
Because
gonna
it's
be that
old
wise,
school-
if you're gonna
old
be that
school-
wise, you need to have the balls to understand I'm gonna treat your daughter the way you treated
Right.
your mother-in-law's fucking daughter. Sack up, son. Real life is real life. She's in her 20s. Oh, poor guy.
I couldn't agree
Once
more.
she's past fucking 18, that's fucking all bets are off, son. You did your work. Now let me do. Now let me.
Why-
I'm her daddy now, bitch.
Why after 18? She can't have. I mean, fuck, dude.
There are some states that are 17. New York.
I mean,
I'm not saying that's the reason why. I'm just saying it might be nice. But what I'm saying is,
I wasn't talking about you
No, I know
performing
that.
with these girls. I'm just saying your
I just-
daughter can have fun before she's 18.
right. I'm saying like, I get that, but like, you know, that guy was not doing it. I respect the women. He was doing it because he's a pansy.
I like looking at naked photos.
I love naked, dude. Just
I actually would rather thumb through Tumblr of just photos.
oh yeah, amateurs.
Like real chicks.
So good. They're
Instead
so
of
good.
looking at
girls,
porn.
Girls are so good. I love you, girls.
And I'm like,
I'm
man,
sorry
like-
that I'm so mean to you sometimes.
And I don't know, man. I love the
I'm
the
kinda
female
sorry.
form. It's just
Yeah,
beautiful.
dude.
And I don't. And it's funny how it's changed. It's almost like one of the comedians' bits. I think it's either Louis C.K. or Burr. I think it's Louis. Louis is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's changed over the years. It's just like, I'm a fucking old man. I have this many kids, and if you don't have fucking nipples that are an inch long from fucking
Right,
4
I
kids
remember that.
fucking sucking on them, I don't want to fucking see your fucking little tight little titties when you're 18 years old. Get the fuck out. What happened to Girls Gone Wild?
Well,
Kids
you know
have
what?
no idea. Wait a minute. You know what Girls Gone Wild is?
Of course I
right?
do. I'm
Okay.
saying you know what happened to it. Wait, in what instance? Why are you bringing that up? Why?
I don't know. I said 18-year-old girls with perfect little titties, and like that was our porn when we were in
Mm-hmm.
young college. Like you wanted to see Girls Gone Wild, and it was fucking a flash of a tit.
Right.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
Like, how much has changed from like early college till now? Like, you actually still had to get the DVD of it.
Right. Well, dude, I can't tell you how many times I jerked off to just the preview, the
My
the
God, yeah.
infomercial. Son,
You know what the greatest thing is? I messed
get out,
with one
get
those
out of my
girls,
face,
and-
Doug Stanhope. I'm trying to,
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at.
That's
Blurred
we
out
need to
titties.
we need to make a trip to Bixby, Arizona, dude. I would love that. I'd love to go see Stanhope. Like, we need to see more shows together, dude.
Dude, did you? I haven't watched the new Attell.
Oh.
The special.
There's only one person in there that ruins it.
Who?
Fucking Amy Schumer, that fucking cunt.
Yeah, she's not fire funny.
She's not funny at all. She went
I
up
do
there
like
and
my
had to
sweet
make a
Dave
fucking.
Attell, though.
I love Attell. She's the only one in 3 hours of fucking sets that she had to make a fucking stupid ass joke about fucking women comedians now being on stage with those two. It's just like, you're not oppressed, you fucking fat cunt. Like,
Yeah.
you're fucking ugly. You're overweight, and then I'm supposed to fucking feel sorry for your fucking ass because you don't fucking eat healthy and you don't take care of yourself.
Well,
Like,
check this out. Check this
Get
out.
the fuck over yourself. And women are funny, but guess what?
You're not.
When we have to give a platform to women that aren't funny, then it fucking kills everything else. When we went to the fucking... You can ask my wife this. When we went to the Comedy Store for 16 comedians,
Right.
there were 3 women.
Right.
One of the women, I personally, I love her.
Sure.
Whitney Cummings. She did not have a good set.
Okay.
Okay? She was working on some stuff, and it wasn't working out for her. The next 2 were fucking
really bad.
atrocious.
Right.
And we're talking about the fucking Comedy Store.
Right.
And every man that came up prior fucking murdered.
Right.
And then Sarah Tiana bombed like the fucking Hiroshima.
Sure.
Like, it was horrible. She was fishing through it was just like she was visibly impaired. You know, it didn't seem that she took it serious. And then since the crowd wasn't taking what she was throwing, it was horrible. The last girl, I got to look up her name. I think it was late at night. It was like 12:30. So the crowd died. It thinned out. She's not as big a comedian. And she had some good jokes, but she just wasn't polished in there yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just like,
but that
you can't compare.
Right.
I mean, fucking killers. Andrew Santino, Joe, Greg Fitzsimmons.
You didn't see Rogan though. No,
not there. Bobby Lee, Mo Mandel. I mean,
I guess that was the same experience that I had at Comedy Cellar. I talked about it when I came back.
I wanted the women to be awesome.
Right. The women I saw there were, one of them did recycled stuff that she had done on Conan, and then the other one was mad. Like, immediately she came on stage and played the victim card to make sure everyone laughed. Like, she said one or two jokes, and then she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna start over, and you guys are gonna act like I'm a white man, so that you know, to like guilt everybody into laughing." It was awful. But please, ladies and gentlemen, please look up on YouTube Joan Rivers.
Oh, that's a fucking killer.
I fucking adore Joan Rivers.
Legend.
And there's a book. I was listening to the book on tape, audiobook Still Talking. There was a first book I couldn't find it, but Joe and Dave Attell and Jeff Ross talked about it on the podcast, on Joe's podcast, about Joan Rivers' book. I think it's called Born Talking or something like that. And
that sounds right.
And then she's talked about Still Talking, and she talks about her husband's suicide. She talks about the business. She talks about all that stuff, and she didn't have an easy go of it, but she was fucking funny enough to rise to the top. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And I feel like there's a lot of girls who get, and the music scene too, there's a lot of girls who get way too much credit. Like, I'm not saying girls can't be funny. I'm not saying girls can't be.
Sex sells. I mean, Britney Spears can't sing worth a fuck shit.
Right, Bella
But she
Thorne,
can move, and she
I
looks awesome.
yelled about earlier, 20 million fucking listens in 2018. But anyway, but beyond that, there are just, it's easier to get away with stuff. Like, there are females who just, in the music scene, in the comedy scene, there's more of a, maybe it's just that there's more of a desire for them because there's less of them, and so the standards are lower because of that. I don't know. I don't know. I have a trans girl actually who's going to be coming on, who's a comedian soon.
I have a hard time with the skinny, well-shaped, hot comedian females. Right. It's like, you didn't have enough problems. Like,
Bonnie McFarlane is an exception to that. She's so fucking
but like
cute.
Nikki Glaser,
so cute,
and Kate Quigley. Kate Quigley's, Jesus Christ.
I had to stop following her on Instagram.
I mean, I love the bathing suits, and your body's badass. Like, you're pretty.
Right.
You're pretty.
Right.
But like, I want you to be funny, and I will follow you. Same thing. I have a crush on Whitney Cummings. She's been
even
doing
with all the plastic in her face. Come on, man.
It's turning
even
me off
with
a
all
little,
the plastic in her face.
It's turning me off a little bit.
She's becoming Kathy Griffin.
She's becoming Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
But like, who's Fortune? What's her name?
Ali Wong?
No, feminine. I don't know. Some big white dyke chick with blonde curly hair. She's fucking hilarious. And like, I feel like the girls that had it tough, like what was it? Savage It, or I don't know. Netflix has a couple, the stand-ups. They have like, 15-minute stand-up specials where it's like 10 people. And I find like, I love an overweight black woman. They are so fucking funny.
I don't know. I don't know.
My God, dude.
Maybe.
Fucking
there are some. There's
hilarious.
Yamanika Saunders can shut the fuck up, please. Every fucking. I haven't seen her on stage,
Stand-ups. Let me look
but her
it up.
on podcast is fucking. She's a sensitive little cunt. She's fucking stupid. She did have one good episode. I think she did 1 or 2 episodes with Patrice, the Black Phillip show. But outside of that, she's a lonely broad.
I
who's never
thought they
gonna
were
learn.
fucking utterly hilarious. I just don't know their names. Let's see. Nikki Glazer's hot too, but I don't think she's very funny.
No. But here's the thing too. There's something to be said.
Fortune Master. This chick,
What in the fuck?
right there, the bigger blonde curly hair.
Feimster?
She's
Oh my god.
fucking hilarious.
Okay, all right.
Utterly hilarious.
She's got to be.
She's that friend that just kills it. What was Joey Diaz's?
But I guarantee, who's fucking her? If she's a lesbian, who's fucking her? Fine ass broads.
Oh, probably.
Fucking
for sure.
Fine
She's hilarious.
ass broads who have been with men.
You would have loved Joey Diaz's opener. So he had, Lee Syatt. Lee Syatt's his audio technician for his podcast. He was pretty funny. But the guy that opened up for him, Eric, is an older, like in his 40s, gay Mexican. But he's a man. Like, he's not flaming. He's not, like,
Right.
flamboyant. Like, he's a man that's gay. And
We're so problematic right now, by the way. This whole episode, we're spraying it everywhere. I'm a bad person. This is going to be one of those that they dredge up 7 years to get me in trouble. Like, I'm open from the beginning like that. I'm not going to...
He was so open about, like, how he can't stand these new gay guys that take offense to stuff.
Right.
And he ends up having this bit about how he finds this Middle Eastern sheik who is a prince, but he's gay, and he can't be, and he's from Saudi Arabia.
Right.
And he comes to the States, and he ends up hooking up with him.
Right.
And, like, realizes that this dude, like, if anyone finds out he's gay, he'd die. Like,
Right.
he'd be murdered.
Right.
And just this huge funny bit of, like, how he fucking loved that. He's like, I'm fucking saving the world by fucking one Muslim at a time. And, like, goes on this huge rant about how he's fucking Muslims, but, like, spoof that he's literally fucking them and keeping them happy.
Right.
And just goes on this rant about how the fags today are fucking bitching and complaining about whatever fucking lefty liberal fucking nuance on bathrooms is today. And he's like, get the fuck over that, you fags, and start fucking you some Muslims. And, like, it was just priceless, because it was just he was somewhat of a conservative gay Mexican male that
a lot of fucking Mexicans are
fucking hilarious. And yeah, man, he's just another dude. Like, who cares what his orientation is? But he was getting pissed off at these gay guys that are saying they're oppressed, and he's like, you ain't no oppressed motherfucker. Move to the Middle East, you'll find oppression. And the dude's 40. He's been through it. He's not coming out of the closet at 16 right now, which I can only imagine is much easier than it was when he was 16 years old.
It's gotta be hard, but everything's hard, especially when you're
But coming out of the closet now compared to 24 years ago, big difference.
Big.
I feel like this podcast went all over the place. I
This
don't
was
know
a
if
weird
anyone
episode.
fucking
This
is going to
was
be
a
entertained.
Weird.
Maybe we might have to delete it. I don't know.
I think I
People are gonna be
screamed.
like, this
I
is
think I
fucking
screamed
horrible.
some of the more awful shit I've ever screamed on the podcast.
This is what happens when people cancel and you got to find somebody last minute.
Well, I was lucky you're in the city.
I know. I'm happy to be in the city.
I was like, because there's.
It's been a long week, man.
The people ask specifically for Will, you, the good girl, and
hey, good girl. How are you doing out there? I know you're listening to this.
We need some rain sound effects.
If I wasn't married,
hey girl,
prior to being married, good girl. Oh man,
your wife might listen to this. Anyway, yeah, it's been a weird episode, but I'm happy. I'm really grateful that you were able to come down. We got to shoot guns soon. We got to watch football and shoot guns.
You better come watch football with me on Monday. It'll be fun.
This Monday?
Yeah, the wife's coming.
You know, I'm actually not working.
The wife's coming. We're gonna be up here.
Oh, you're gonna be up here?
Yeah, I think.
At the
so I don't live up here.
At the pub?
Yeah.
I want to like sit like
no,
on a couch.
No, you do not, motherfucker.
I want to sit
you
on
don't
a couch.
understand. I'll bring you a jersey, a Saints jersey to wear. Like we're gonna get into this shit. Last time I was up there, I was on the bar spraying water on the fucking crowd, dude.
I'm sure you were.
Like seriously,
you flash of titties.
You know who came with me there and saw that debauchery?
Don't say the last name.
Oh, I'm not.
Okay.
Mr. Seth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like second week of sobriety.
Oh, nice. Okay. Here's the thing. I like football a lot, but I feel I want to sit on a couch and like slowly like throw a couple of pretzels in my face and like a Coca-Cola and watch. Like I don't want to like, you know what I'm saying?
You don't love football. You want to love
Okay,
it.
Listen.
Okay.
I like football a lot.
I love
when it's on.
I love your transition into liking sports. It's fantastic, and I want to breed that. I like the embers are slowly starting, and I want to
starting. It was more alive before. I'm a musician.
I love that you text me too. Like I know you're trying to engage, so like, I'm throwing it out there for you, and it's been great, and that's really why I want you to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been texting him every like once a week.
Really weird.
So are the Broncos any good?
I'm like, are you watching football? Do you not know what's going on?
I'm trying. I'm like a divorced dad.
Football.
I'm like a divorced dad trying to.
You know how much I love football.
Picks up the kids and go to AM/PM.
The Saints won the Super Bowl, and when they won the Super Bowl, we had the big Super Bowl party at my place.
Yeah,
and there was a sports radio announcer named Buddy Diliberto.
Of course there is.
And his name was Buddy D. And Buddy D died before the Saints made it to a Super Bowl. Oh. And Buddy D always said if the Saints made it to the Super Bowl, and this is an old, fat, white dude, he said he'd wear a dress and run through the French Quarter. It was a very famous thing. He died. In ode to Buddy D, the Saints won. I went straight to my wife's closet. I put a dress on,
and it was the most comfortable you've ever felt.
Oh, I tell you what, man, it's a nice little breeze on them,
dude.
Little testicles.
No fucking no panties, just fucking nice. Breeze on the balls.
And we went out and partied that night,
right.
And people thought I was nuts, and at the same time, fucking loved it. I still had the face paint on because I had to put on face paint because of the Super Bowl and everything. But you need to come. You need to come to that bar. Black Magic Voodoo Lounge. It's the Saints bar.
Oh, it's right on Van Ness.
Van Ness and Lombard.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Like,
I didn't know it was a Saints bar.
Yeah, so like it used to be when I moved here, that place was owner operated. And what that means in the city of San Francisco is you can smoke in it. So you could smoke when I moved here, you could smoke cigarettes inside that bar, which was pretty cool. But yeah, dude, you gotta see a game in that situation, and then one day take you to a live game.
Yeah,
but it has to be a game that has like purpose,
right?
Because like this actual game Monday night.
It's not like I don't know. I know football. I just I'm a musician, man. I'm distracted with shit.
I'm not
I
loud,
can't.
I'm just
I know.
I grew up. My dad used to kick us out the house when LSU would play,
right.
And like we couldn't come back home until, the game was over, and like. He was very superstitious, and like it would predict his mood for the week. So if LSU, it was horrible.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if LSU lost, we were fucked. If LSU won, like when Shaquille O'Neal played for LSU,
he played for fucking LSU. That's so weird.
Baby, we got some of the biggest and the best.
I guess.
So we used to go watch Shaq play when Chris Jackson was on the team before he changed his name to like Mohammed Abdul-Ruf or something. I don't fucking know what he changed his name to. But he did. Something like that.
Gotcha.
And Shaq would break the backboards. And we got to see him break a backboard at the Pete Maravich Assembly Center, which is LSU's stadium. Or basketball stadium. And they used to have deals when Shaq would score so much for like tennis shoes. And my dad would get it on such a manic You know, right? We could go get new basketball shoes because Shaq won or Shaq scored so many points and all that shit. But anyway, I think that was the conclusion of the podcast.
Yeah, I'm so fucking tired right now.
He's like sitting here thumbing through his phone, like
No. I've been
dude.
writing down notes because the thing is I'm gonna have to do some more work on this before I post it. I'm gonna cut out something, and then I'm gonna make sure I have to post it, and that's gonna take some time, and I have to put up a little blurb. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not crying about it. I'm just saying, everybody, I'm a busy boy. If you want to help me,
So Monday
to
night, if you want to
Patreon-
meet Mike the
patreon.com.
Southerner and Pete Feliciano, Black Magic Voodoo Lounge,
right?
Go Saints, and Dumpster Funk, December 27th, Mose Alley.
I'm going to be playing, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be playing at Amelie Wine Bar this Sunday, Monday, December 16th at Amelie Wine Bar on Polk Street in the city between 7 and 10. I'm almost as good at singing as I am at podcasting.
And please, the Patreon, please donate because
Yeah.
we need to start paying these fucking guests.
Yeah. You're never coming back. As soon as I start paying guests, none of you motherfuckers are coming back. And then I'm going to be singing at Duvin Wine Bar in Oakland on Saturday, the 22nd of December. And then I will also tell you, where's that third one? I will be speaking at singing at Testarossa Winery in Los Gatos on Saturday, January 19th, 1 to 3:30. So, also find me on Instagram at Peter_Feliciano, and I keep pumping out these fucking episodes, and I love you all very much. And is there anything else you'd like to plug besides Go Saints?
I forgot my wife's pillow at the fucking hotel. Fuck.
Well, I guess
I just got the text message.
Am I gonna fucking? Do we have to?
God damn it!
I was gonna drive you back, but now we have to stop somewhere else. See how kind and considerate I am? Do you see how fucking wonderful I am?
Oh no, this hotel is in Palo Alto.
Oh, I'm not going to Palo Alto.
Fuck.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mike the Southerner fucked up, and that.
Fuck, son of a bitch! I thought. This is why you don't look at your phone during a podcast.
See, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all. I really do, and I love you very much. And I know I yelled a lot tonight, and I'm so sorry. Kisses.